You just, and this is with love, the way Spirit's having me describe, you just watching life pass you by, everybody else getting all the things, like, and not to compare, you know what I'm saying, but like, you've been watching, and Spirit's like, it's time for you to bat now, babe. Like, you up to bat, you've been up to bat, but when you swing that bat, like, shit is gonna happen, meaning, right, certain people cannot go with Aisha where she's going. A lot of people, actually. Shit, it ain't certain people, it's a lot of people. This doesn't mean you gotta cut every fucking buddy off, but the way in which Spirit shows me, you have so many fucking people around you that use you for your energy, your insight, your power, the words you speak. And like, how is that, right? That's such a testament to the chosen one, if you will. When you start to choose. But until then, you're not going to feel that power. You're not going to feel that energy. Because you know how many people I work with on a day-to-day basis, one-on-one sessions, where it's like, oh shit, I knew that. I'm like, how do you think I knew that then, right? This is just Spirit reaffirming to you. Spirit saying, hey. Because at the end of the day, you can get all the readings in the world. You can be so inspired and so on and so forth. But if you do not start acting with intention, with integrity, and doing the things for you that are in alignment for you, then you're just living to unfortunately appease other people, and you're out of alignment. That's why you feel like shit's never going your way. That's why you feel like you're right there, right? It's like that. Listen, I'm gonna get a little. This is for the grown folks. This is for the grown folks, okay? This is for the grown folks, okay? Hold on. It's like that. I don't know why Spirit's having me say this, but when you're doing you know what I'm saying? Whether you by yourself doing some self-love shit, or you in a partnership and y'all are being intimate, when you about to climax, you about to come, bitch, and then it just stops. They just stop. It feels like that very much. And the reason why Spirit had me describe it, like, I don't know why, girl, but it's like you start to like move, you start doing things, and then all of a sudden, you get tested and tried, and you're right there. You about to cut. Oh my God, you about to just have the most orgasmic fucking oof. You know what I mean? And then it stops because you don't. It's that one thing. It's that one fucking thing that it's like, well, if I do this, they might think I'm not in support of them anymore. They may think I don't love them anymore if I do this for me. No. You're not selfish by doing the things that are in alignment for you, right? If it doesn't hurt, anybody else around you, you're not hurting yourself. You know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to be doing. And you know that, right? Because you're like, listen, when you speak and affirm in your life, I know my gifts, you are then convicted. And just to speak from my experience, for me, I know the Holy Spirit, I know God, I know Christ. For me, being a spiritual being and connecting with all these other energies as well, I know that conviction. Okay, I know this. So that's why it feels like icky when you're out of alignment. That's why it feels icky when you're not acting, when Spirit is acting for you to move, to do, to be, right? So that's it, girl. You don't need no negative energy removal, cleanse, nothing like that. I don't feel that. I feel that you got to start moving, babe, but you got to start doing it for you. No more excuses, because the more you feed into that shit, that's why it keeps happening. That's why it keeps, you know what I'm saying? And obviously there's nuance, there's, so on and so forth. But solely speaking for Aisha, channeling for Aisha, Aisha needs to do for Aisha, right? And even more so, I think you got a baby girl, baby boy right there in that picture with you. Maybe a mother as well, right? Even as a mother, you have to we haven't been taught that though, right? It's like, oh, you selfish, you put yourself before your kids. You have to. How the fuck you gonna be there for your kids, right? And that's it. If you guys want to book a reading, my list is open, lightlanguagelove.com. Nobody is in line with the exception of Mirage. So head to the website, lightlanguagelove.com. I'm a psychic medium, energy healer, light language channeler, and an animal communicator. So if you want to book a session for the live, head to my website, okay? May I purchase love? You absolutely can, babe. It's been a little while since I've channeled for you. But listen, I'm going to wrap up your mini reading with that, Aisha. It's time, babe. You said she is 7 and right here. Your little one, she sees, she feels, and she's an old soul as well. Your little girl, she's an old soul. So intuitive, so tapped in to the spiritual realm, to, you know what I mean? Even you know what I mean? And this goes farther than just the mother-daughter or mother-child connection. Like, y'all really, you know what I mean? You're really, really connected with each other. Yes, we saw it. Yeah. So, just be mindful of that as well, right? It's like when, that's it. Okay. So I'm gonna wrap up. She still sleeps with me. Listen, I had my baby girl sleeping with me for a long time too. I met my husband, and then that changed over time. But I feel it. So thank you so much, Aisha, for being a part of the community, being here, trusting me with your energy. Aisha, you are destined for greatness, babe. You have just. This is one of those moments where I'm like, man, I really wish you can just. I know, but it's like I feel like I wish you can just see and feel the power that is you. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that you start to see that in yourself. Affirm it. Speak it into existence. Speak it over your life. Speak that love into your life. Speak life into your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop just existing and start living. Aisha, you got this, love. And another, I keep saying just to wrap up, but be mindful of your words too, not just for Aisha, everybody, but right now that I'm channeling for Aisha, your word is so very powerful. You might even be a master manifestor. I don't know, but it just really feels like the things that you say come to fruition. And a lot of times it's negative things and you don't even realize it, and then boom, the thing happens, right? So Spirit's like, start really utilizing that manifestation power you have over your spoken word with intention, okay? Intention and integrity, okay? You got this, girl. Thank you so much. You guys, if you want to book a mini reading, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. Thank you. The list is open right now. Okay, let's see. Mirage, is it Mirage? Yes, Mirage, I believe. Are you here, Mirage? Rose, you have two seconds. Girl, listen. I've repeated myself several times, my darling. Unfortunately, I don't like spamming in my chat. Don't spam my shit, y'all. If you don't want to book a reading, that's okay. But don't keep spamming. Don't keep spamming my shit. Okay, if you don't want to book a reading, if you cannot financially right now, that's okay. I'm not holding it to you, but do not spam my shit. If you're not gonna book a reading, that's okay. I'm not mad at you, but don't spam my comment section. That's one way you could really just get kicked out real quick. The song just said my purpose. You listen to Tony Jones? Well, girl, did you hear the word? The word though, it's healing is not my purpose. We could talk about that, but let me read your what kind of reading you want, babe? General. Okay. All right, y'all. All right. Natasha's beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Listen, again, I'm gonna one more for the one more. If you guys want to book a reading, I'm a psychic, a medium, animal communicator, energy healer. Okay. If you guys want to book a reading for the live like this, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. I understand if you're just joining, you don't know what's going on, but when y'all start spamming my shit, that's how you're gonna get VIP ticket, baby, for free to the block party. Okay, don't do that now. Mirage, General, Hushia, mai tiliako. Okay, I actually have to tell you, my darling, okay? Mirage, you actually have, I know you were like general, you know, whatever spirit got to tell me. You actually have a woman that's around you, and she actually feels like a elder, ancestor, grandmother on mom's side. Do you know grandma on mom's side that's passed on? Because she's the one that kind of, she's the one that wants to come through and give you some messages, if you will. And if you don't know her, that's okay too. Hello from Wales. Hi, you guys. Thank you for joining. Mirage, did you hear me? Did you hear me? Yes. Mimi, I did. I was going to say, I don't feel like you guys had much of a relationship. I did not meet her, but I know of her, my mom's mom. You know what? I don't know why. I'm just going to channel, okay? But it feels like you two are you are a lot alike, but are very similar. Stop. I literally just, y'all are a lot alike. I don't know if maybe even your mom tells you that, like, a lot. But when it comes to, dude, why am I crying? She's here right now with you. And I want to tell you that when you were, I don't know if your mom would tell you this when you were young, but you would talk to her. You would see her spirit. And she would be playing with you. She would be like doing, and your mom would get very emotional seeing you. Okay? I got chills. Did you get chills right now? She's so very connected with you, Mirage. Yeah. And here's the thing about, here's the thing about your grandmother, right? She was just something different, you know what I mean? She's something different, most definitely. Although she was in this world, she was not of this world, if that makes sense, right? And I feel like that for you, okay? Yes, very not of this world. Yes, that's how I feel that for you, because that's how Spirit actually is having me describe this about you, and how she's having me say this about you. I just said that. Mirage, there's no coincidence. You were in the live earlier because that was part of the message she wanted you to hear. And then this, okay? And so when your grandmother is having me channel this for you, she wants you to know and to be mindful of that. Just because you may be feeling misunderstood, or like people don't get why you do what you do, or why you are the way that you are, do not falter from your truth. Do not falter from who you are and who you've grown to not just become, but to love on for yourself. Because that's one of the things she's talking about that has been a struggle for you, is that, like, I feel misunderstood. I don't feel like, I don't feel like people understand me. As much as that may resonate to be true, the people that are meant to be in community with you and get to know you, Mirage, they will find you, okay? Yes, very much. This is very true. And your grandmother, have you ever seen, Mirage, it feels like it happens in a hallway in your home, and sometimes it looks like a window, but sometimes I'm not sure what this is. It reminds me of a window or a hallway, or it could be connected. I don't know what this is, but she shows me that she comes to visit you, and it's like it looks like a mist. I don't know. That's the best way I can describe, like a little just mist. Not mist. Like, in Halloween they have the smoke machines, like that kind of misty, like, it's not a full body apparition. It's just like a little mist. I don't know. And she just, like, that's her presence. Rainbow, or like a shadow. Yeah, it just feels like, I don't know, mist is definitely not the word I'm looking for, but yes, like it feels like that. Okay? Like she just visits you from time to time. And it's like when that happens, you just feel like calm. You're like, I don't know what that was, but okay. you know. And she's very much around you. Okay, she's encouraging you to continue your path, your truth. And one of the things also that, you know, she wants me to speak on a little bit, that has been one of the biggest, I don't say biggest, but has been a challenge for you. I feel like growing up, you had like, I don't know if it was necessarily a lot of bullies or one person that was like a bully to you. That yes, I have videos. It's really nice to have this connection and confirmation. Spirit said, grandma said, let me affirm this. So yes, right? So your grandma wants to talk about that because she knows how... Ooh, I just got very emotional. She's seen you, Mirage. Your grandmother has seen you and has sat with you. They tell me I'm a lot like her all the time. She has seen the moments when you feel, you know, like you can't get yourself out of that darkness. And it's so interesting. Wow. Because it's like she's showing me like all these visions, even when I described that, and she's just showing me these different instances of things happening, and you sitting and feeling so alone and crying, right? And you're just feeling like, gosh, like, it's so, I say so interesting because she shows me you saying like, yes, I'm constantly praying and keeping my inner peace. You got to. She's showing me when you're like, sometimes when you get in these moments, right? And you say, why can't I just be like everybody else? Why can't I just fit in like everybody else? Why can't I just be like everybody else? And your grandmother is here to say, you're not supposed to. You were never meant to. You are unique and so special and so different and such a beautiful essence to be here in this time now. Oh my God. I just want to just cry. Wow, the love that your grandmother has for you, even though you guys never met. Like, how is this? She's channeling this message and you never met her. And you feel so connected to her at the same time. It's so just, wow. You know? What a blessing. I'm crying too. I know y'all can feel this, right? Like, how beautiful is that? And I too, I am overwhelming at peace right now. Tears of joy. I feel it with you. I'm feeling it right here with you. I can feel the emotions. I feel her on my walks. Yes. I feel that too. Because I had, what's so crazy, I just realized, full circle moment right now, I had a very similar experience to that. With my mom's mom. My mom didn't even know her mom. And she's one of my main spirit guides. And I'm constantly trying to connect to my ancestors. Feathers. Yes. Yes. And she, you know, she is there to guide you. She's there to help you on your journey and your path. She loves you so much. And, you know, again, she wants you to know that you are enough. You are worthy of all the things, right? And you're so creative, right? And that's one of the things too, just to wrap up your mini reading, that she wants to encourage you is through your creativity, that is aligning yourself to your soul's purpose. Meaning, start sharing, come out of your comfort zone. Because I feel like you have received this just, I don't know what it is, this activation of creativity recently. And at the same time, you're hesitant to share it with the world. For one, it's very sacred to you. Oh, dang, spot on. For one, your creations are very sacred to you. And it's not just one thing, babe. It's a lot of, it's like multiple things, right? Because again, not only is the work sacred to you, it is something you hold very near and dear to your heart, right? And yes, there's something to say about not sharing everything. You got to keep certain parts and, you know, things to yourself, of course. But this is your calling. You are a creative. You know, you are meant to share your gifts, if you will, with the world, okay? So I'm going to wrap up your mini reading with that. Oh my gosh, a little bit of a roller coaster, but we got through it together. I really love that your grandmother was able to come through so strongly for you, although you never met her. You know, to be able to just receive in this way, it's what a blessing. Thank you for this. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Wow. I love that. Just because these are those moments, right? These are the connections that you don't have something tangible to, confirm, if you will, but it's the knowing, the feeling, the seeing, the way that she was able to say, yeah, that's me, when she comes to visit you. Even the other encouragement and things like that she's channeled for you. So please know that what you have been doing, like, you know what I mean? You're doing it. The knowing, yes, that's how, connected you are spiritually, right? So continue to walk in your truth, in your path, be who you are. And please know that, again, you weren't meant to fit in with the world and society. Just like grandma was saying, right? Like, even what you've heard about your grandma is that she was in this world, but she was not of this world. And that's very much like you, I feel like, right? Think I was wondering if I'm going down the right path. Yes, I think I'm from the stars. Yes, I'm right there with you. I'm from the stars too. So thank you so much. This is beautiful. That was so beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was amazing. That was amazing. My list is open though, you guys. If you want to book a mini reading, if you want to see if I can connect with your loved ones or any of your animal babies, I can communicate with them living and in spirit. Or if you're looking for psychic guidance, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com, linked in my bio, lightlanguagelove.com. Hi, you guys. The mini readings are 55-55. 55-55. If you don't want to do a live reading, you can, I will ask my mom if I talked to her as a child. Yeah, ask her. Is it okay if I purchase one? Yeah. Wait, who is that? Miss have you had a reading with me before, babe? And you guys, I just posted 2 transmissions. Sophie, didn't you just buy one though? Hold on. I could have swore I saw order come in. Okay. A few months ago. Okay, Sophie, girl. I mean, you paid for that one. I don't, want you to have to pay again. So would you rather do your reading here on the live? Obviously you paid a little bit more. The recorded reading, you're going to get more time. But obviously we're not doing this, right? You can't interact with it. How do you buy a reading? On my website, Bites, I like your username. Lightlanguagelove.com. Hey, Ate, how are you? Lightlanguagelove.com, and that's where I ate your mama. Sorry. That's where you can book the reading. Lightlanguagelove.com. There's nobody in line right now, so whoever purchases one next will be up next. Sophie, I think that it's time for you to do a one-on-one, love. I think that would be beneficial for you. But of course, again, what did you say? Do you think I need to hear something right now? I don't feel like an urgency that you need to know something right now. So you just purchased the video recorded reading, right? So in the video recorded reading, you're going to get 15 minutes of channeled reading, the channeled energy, right? And then you're going to get 2 intuitively selected oracle cards pulled. So you definitely get more out of that one than a mini live reading. Are you live at certain times or just whenever you feel like being on? Yeah, spirit leads me to come on. I don't have a set schedule on this. But yeah, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. Just paid. Soy Darissa. Let me check, baby girl. All right, Darissa, I got you. Let's see. Darissa says general reading, whatever comes through. Darissa. I'm just kidding. Darissa, babe. Wow. I just have to tell you, Darissa, you Dorissa's like, bitch, what? I'm just kidding. Dorissa, no, I just like, wow. When I was like, just like quickly just tapped into your energy, you are such a very powerful oracle yourself. Wow. This is so interesting though. Hold on, Dorissa. Let me tap in a little more, because now the ancestors are really coming through. Look at these are this is a Priestess Katie. The fuck out of here, girl. Anyway, don't do that now. Listen, I'm not gatekeeping what you got going on, but don't come up in here, okay? Dorissa, you are an oracle. You see, you feel, you sense, you know. Yes? All these things. Dorissa, do you, because here's one of the other abilities that I am being shown that you have is the gift of not only seeing, but I feel that there has been more than one occasion that you were visited, whether it be from your family or somebody else's family, before their passing. Does that make sense, Dorissa? Do you remember that? Listen, you guys, I'm not doing anybody, okay? I'm being funny. But when y'all be, hey, can you do me? I ain't doing no fucking buddy. For no money, okay? You want to book a reading, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. That's where you can purchase a mini reading. Or if you want to book a one-on-one. But I'm not doing nobody. Dorissa, does that make sense? Can you guys hear me? Hello. Thank you for the gifts, little tiny Psycho Parker. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the live. Dorissa, where you at? Is that a new piercing? No, it's not actually. Kinda. Okay, do you know what an oracle is? Like, Dorissa, do you know what that is, babe? Yeah, I have a Paulina next. I did get it, Bites. I'm trying to look for Dorissa's comment. So she said kind of. Because here's the thing, Dorissa. Okay? Yeah, I've had this for a while. So, okay. Not really. Okay, listen, Dorissa. Because I'm going to channel what I'm picking up on for you, okay? You know, when I feel and see and sense somebody with such powerful energy and they don't feel it in themselves, it speaks to a number of things. Because I feel like you have felt your entire life, it's always something. It's always something. I can't ever just have a good relationship. I can't ever just, have good friends. I can't ever just have a partner that's solid and it holds me down. It's always something. It's always somebody fucking cheating on me, somebody fucking abusing me, somebody using me, it's like always something. And so much so that somebody had spoken this earlier where it's like sometimes we end up living with like a chip on our shoulder type shit, right? And this is where Spirit is like, for one, with all the love, Dorissa, those challenges that you have experienced were always meant to be lessons for you. Okay? They were never meant to just be there to hinder you and cause you to just sit in negativity your whole life. Absolutely not. Dorissa, you have a message and a story with your life. You may not feel that way, but here's the thing. Tell me if this isn't true. Even though it's always something, Dorissa is always, as much as shit has tried to knock you down, Dorissa has always picked herself back up. Dorissa's like, I'm not done. You dust your pants off, you dust your shit. You're like, you're gonna have to knock me out harder, motherfucker, because I'm still here, right? That fight and that drive that you have in your life. She said, yes, right? Spirit's like, babe, and I gotta tell you, I haven't given up. Dorissa, because you feel and you know something. And when we say something, your higher self, God, source, creator, whatever you believe in, whatever deities, energies that you connect with, there has been always something in you going, you're not done yet, Dorissa. You're not done yet, Dorissa. Keep going, Darissa. Keep going, Darissa. And you have been like, I am exhausted. I'm fucking tired. I'm so tired. When is it gonna let up? When is it going to stop? When is life going to get easier? And this is when this opportunity meets itself, that awareness, if you will, how I feel lately, where you are being asked, right? Because what do they say? I was trying to think of the saying. Y'all can let me know in the chat. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's insanity or whatever it is when you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. It's very much that, okay? So Spirit's saying, okay, because you're well aware, you're very in tune. Like Darissa, girl, when I say you are a powerful oracle, you read the fuck out of people. You read energy like ain't nobody got it. They don't even have to say a motherfucking word, Darissa, and you can feel somebody's intentions, their energy. What are they coming at you with? You're that tapped in. And you're just like, nah, I don't know. I just read people. Girl, you read energy. You don't even have to, you know what I mean, hear them say. You can just feel it, right? And that's the thing is when I feel that, right? You don't even realize you're a whole ass psychic yourself. This is that psychic and intuitive ability that you have. You have mediumship, but I feel like that's not necessarily like, I didn't know it was something special. Yes, babe, because you are something special, Darissa, of course. You know, you are so special, okay? And Darissa, when you're, because listen, Darissa, you like, you know, when Spirit's like, man, it's always something, it's always something, it's always something. Spirit's like, yes, Darissa, but listen, more oftentimes than not, we have given you the heads up. AKA the red flag, the pit in your stomach. Because let's talk about it, right? I don't know how long you've been here or not, but Darissa, I talk about your spiritual tick. What is your spiritual tick? What is the most common one? The ringing in the ears, the chills, right? For me, when I'm in public, when Spirit is coming to me or my guides are saying, hey, listen, alarm clock, alarm going off, my heart starts to, heart palpitations, clammy hands. Those are my spiritual ticks. For you, first time here and I got drawn to you. Thank you for trusting me. For you, Darissa, there's a few different things that I'm picking up on for you physically. That Spirit says this is the way we contact and communicate with her physically. You get that gut pit in that, you know what I mean? That feeling in your stomach. Sick. It's like, oh my God. Like you probably even feel like, oh my God, I just got to like sit in fetal position. What is this? Because it's like, it's this weird energy in your stomach area. Okay. Another nauseous. Yes. Another physical spiritual tick that I feel for some odd reason. I have not seen this before, but it's like a very interesting sensation kind of in this area. Kind of could be shoulder area right here. It's like, I mean, it could even feel like a little, you know, little tap on the shoulder, or it could just feel like a little pressure, something like that on the shoulders. Have you ever felt that too, Darissa? And those are the things, right? Because Spirit, listen, your higher self is going to give you that heads up and say, hey, you know, hey, don't do that. Don't go there. Don't do that. You know? Valentina, no. And that is, those are the two things. OMG, I have a bump there and randomly it start itching. That's it right there, Darissa. And think back. When that happens, does something happen? You're like, fuck, I knew it. You're like, damn, I knew I probably shouldn't have gone there. Damn, I do. Let me get this little Valentina out of here because she's doing too much. Hold on, y'all. Valentina. Fuera. Go. You're doing too much, girl. Stop barking. Stop yapping. We reading for Darissa right now, girl. Okay. Yes. Okay, you guys, if you want to book a reading, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. Valentina be doing too much. So, Darissa, I'm going to wrap up your mini reading with this, okay? This overwhelming feeling that you've been getting, and even the despair that, like, right? When can I breathe? When is it going to let up? Spirit, God, help me, right? When you crying out to God, right? You're being called, you're being asked to start to do things differently. Spirit say, but do not overwhelm yourself, Darissa, okay? Do not overwhelm yourself with like, oh my God, where do I go? What do I do? Where do I start, right? Take it moment by moment. And when you get that nauseous feeling or whatever comes up, you say, Spirit, please give me clarity about what you're trying to communicate with me. Or take sometimes Spirit, you know what? Another thing too is going to be very powerful for you in tapping into your spiritual abilities is starting to take conscious breaths, deep breathing. And if you're not familiar with breath work will do you it will provide you with so much clarity and healing. Okay, Darissa, it's really going to help you, because here's the thing. You didn't incarnate here to just suffer. Okay? I'm sorry, not sorry, but you were not. As much as they have shown me all the things that you've been through, that you have persevered through, Spirit's asking for you to give yourself more credit, to be supportive of yourself. Like, because as much as like we would love to have our partners, our family, and so on and so forth to support us and hype us and so on and so forth, sometimes they're just not going to. So we have to start to do that for ourselves, right? Darissa, tell yourself, I am strong, I am resilient, I am open to receiving the goodness, right? We have to start rewiring and rewriting our life, right? Because of whatever it is that you want. Yes, I've been meditating and trying to change my lifestyle. Listen, I'm even with your words, because your words are very powerful. The way you type, the way you think, the way you see, the way you think, right? So say, I am changing my lifestyle. And even if like not in the moment, you don't feel it, because you like, it's the subconscious, right? It's like, no. You got to rewire it. Make those acknowledgements. Although in the past, I have not made the best decisions for myself, I am aware, right? I am aware now, and I am making those changes now. Universe, show me how good it gets. That part. Start speaking that into your life, babe. Wake up, say affirmations, listen to affirmations. Like, y'all don't understand how powerful that is to affirm these things in your life that you want. You got to do it, okay? So thank you so much. You like my girl, let me tell you, the more you just keep on keeping on, I really feel your abilities are going to keep on coming in stronger. They're going to keep on coming in stronger for you, okay? So lean into trusting yourself. Lean in when you get that little itch, on your shoulder. Be like, take a moment. And this is for everybody. When your spiritual tick, your physical tick goes off, don't be so like, because some of y'all aren't even aware you got it, right? Take a moment, stop, and think. Ask Spirit, ask your higher self, ask God, ask higher self, ask. Okay, was I asking about clarity about something prior to this? What situation was I going through that I was looking for some confirmation on? Pay attention. Then boom. Listen, the way so many of y'all are like, I'm so disconnected, I'm not connected, I cannot connect. You keep saying that shit, okay? It's going to be more of that. So stop, for one, stop, okay? Ask, speak. Like, you will be surprised. But it's not always going to come in the form and the way in which you expect it to. That's the thing, right? And then when you get really, really detailed and you go, bet, Spirit, if I am supposed to leave this relationship, show me a white, live, flying bird. Motherfucker, that is going to show up. If you just say, show me a white bird, it might be a cartoon of a little white bird. And then you see it in a commercial and then you don't even realize it. Or it might be on a sticker on a lamppost or whatever, and you don't even realize it. Speak to your guides. Speak to your ancestors. Speak to God. Speak to your higher self. But when I tell you, when you start to make that connection, your third eye is wide open, blinking at you and shit, ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear. The way that y'all swear that it's so comfortable and it's gonna be given to you on this beautiful platter, No. It's gonna be a bit uncomfortable for you to get to that next step. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable for that expansion and that growth. The way y'all just think, you know what I mean, it's gonna come real easy. It gets easier. Yes, absolutely. It does. Okay. I do teach people how to tap in. Yes. So I don't publicly or on my website offer mentorship because there is kind of like a vetting process. Booking a one-on-one session is the first step to that. But yes. Thank you guys so very much for trusting me with your energy. Again, the list is open. If you guys want to book a mini reading, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. Thank you, Darissa. You are so gifted, mama. You better tap in. You are so gifted, Darissa. My goodness. It makes sense too. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. Do you have anything on your page for sacral? I'll do one, Rose. Go comment on the 2 videos. I did one for, if you guys are feeling like you have negative energy or something's off, go watch that. I posted a new one. And then I also did one to activate your spiritual abilities. So, Darissa, you might want to go watch that one. See if that one resonates for you, okay? Okay. So, next I have Paulina. And then I don't have anybody else in line, so you will be after Paulina if you book a mini reading on my website, lightlanguagelove.com. Okay, Paulina, my darling, I don't see any comments about what kind of reading, but let me know in the chat, mama, what kind of reading you want. What kind? Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the gifts and the follows, you guys. Thank you. Paulina. Darissa, you don't have one gift, baby. You got a lot. I'm telling you, you are gifted. Gifted, Darissa. Oof, girl. You don't got just one gift, girl. You got gifts on gifts. Like, my goodness, when you really start to sit and do that shadow work, because I feel like you about to really go into that dark night of the soul with when it feels like shit's just like crazy. Lean into it, surrender to it. Okay. This don't mean just let everybody shit on you. This means, hey, again, we got to start doing something a little bit different. Okay. When you have some drama, people try to come at you with some drama. I don't want to hear it. I don't got time for it. I don't have the energy for it. But I don't want to hear it. Cause I know I said I was going to wrap up your mini, but that's one of the things too. You got to be very intentional about what energies you allow in your space. Even the gossip, you know what I'm saying? Gossip is no bueno for spiritual hygiene. All right. Paulina said, just a general. Paulina, I just have to tell you, my love, I really feel like you're experiencing like a heartbreak. I feel like you're heartbroken. But it's very interesting because it doesn't only feel like it's a romantic heartbreak. It feels like a familial heartbreak. Does that make sense to you? Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys, if you want to book a reading, head to my website. Thank you, Carla. Thank you for being here. Thank you, sis. Thank you guys for the follow. If you guys want to book a reading again, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. These are paid mini readings. Paulina, does that make sense? Bites. Did you hear me? Thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you. I'll be working on those mini video recorded readings this week. Thank you. You're so welcome. Joanna, if you want to book a reading, head to my website, boo. Okay, I'm sorry. Can you say it one more time? My signal is tweaking. Okay, so I'm feeling some heartache. So I'm feeling tension and a blockage in, this is how I interpret that. When I feel a blockage or like that in the chest area, it's heartbreak. I feel a heartbreak. I don't just feel like it's heartbreak from romantic partners. I feel like it can be a combination of the two, but I feel like there's heartbreak that has to do with the family. Like you're heartbroken over situations going on within the family. Okay. There's some lingering heartbreak from ex. I don't, Spirit's like, that's not really that important, but we'll get to that if she wants to hear about it. But it feels like more so around your family dynamic. Does that make sense to you? Heartbreak, family. Because that's what I keep hearing. And the tension in your heart space, that where I feel like there's that blockage, there feels like tightness. It feels like it's hard to breathe, girl. It's like, woo. Spirit's like, girl, open up that chest bit, you know? Girl, yes. Paulina, let's talk about it, okay? I feel you. I feel your heart right now as I'm like just reading your comment. The heartbreak from your family is very real. I was such a family person till they showed their colors. Listen, Spirit's like, don't let that take away your willingness to be a family oriented individual. Right? They understand why you say that, but don't change that part of yourself, because it's so beautiful and it's so important to have that, right? And here's the thing, Paulina, because it's like your mind, the way Spirit shows me is, you're my mom, you're my dad, you're my brother, you're my sister. You're supposed to love me. You're supposed to support me. You're supposed to be there for me. And then they're not, right? And that's one of the things about the family dynamic. We expect it, right? On a soul level, on a unique individual soul level, this is a bit triggering, but nobody owes us anything. Not even our parents, not even our kids, our siblings. They truly, they don't. They have to choose to want to do that. They have to choose to want to, you know. Readers don't usually make me cry, but you got me bawling. This is your spirit guides, my love. This is your higher self channeling this back to you. Don't change the love you have for being that family-oriented, beautiful soul that you are. Okay? You are the one that is breaking the generational trauma. I actually made a video that maybe you'll come across. You guys, if you want to book a reading, head to my website. Please don't spam my chat. Thank you so much. lightlanguagelove.com. Paulina, you are that generational trauma cycle breaker, right? This is why, like, for them, they're like, what do you mean I don't love you? What do you mean I don't support you? I do X, Y, and Z. And it's all like external, like material shit, or like, you know what I mean? It's like they don't love the way that you love. So Spirit also shows me that you have been questioning, am I loving wrong? Am I loving too much? Am I giving too much, right? They understand the questions that are coming up because of this. Your love is not too much. Okay? Don't change the way you love, but yes, implement boundaries. This is one of the things that Spirit is encouraging you to. If you were on the live earlier, girl, we was talking about boundaries. Not just having them, enforcing them. Because what ends up happening when we have a boundary and we don't enforce it, we break our own hearts. Literally. Because it's like, I said my boundary. I told them what my boundary is, and they still don't respect it. You're like, babe, but you didn't enforce that, motherfucker. Sometimes you have to take a step back. Sometimes you do got to go, you know what? I got to love you from a distance. I got to love you over here because it hurts me too much to be in this. And it not being a reciprocal exchange of energy, of love, of emotion, of support, of so on and so forth. Right? We were talking about reciprocity. Living with intention, with reciprocity. Right? You have to know that what you put out in the world is going to come back to you. And that's why Spirit was like, listen, tell Paulina right now, we do not want her heart to harden. We do not want the joy that family dynamic and unit brings to her. But we also want her to know that she can create that for herself. Family isn't always blood. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes family is the friends. Sometimes it's the, you know what I mean, people that come into your life that are not related to you. Or maybe down the line, you do create your own family unit, you know, whether you have children or not, or whatever the case may be. It is not lost on your guides, if you will, that, you know, your family says one thing and does another, if you will, right? Like they understand that too, right? Because I feel like that, and I actually feel you can let me know if this makes sense, but it feels a lot like the father wound is a bit more open than your mother wound, but they're still there. I feel from what Spirit's showing me, like, every girl would love to have that strong connection and relationship with their father, right? And it's like dad, like a lot of dads, that if they are physically there, present, they're there to just provide, whether, by paying bills and so on and so forth, right? But that emotional aspect isn't there. So it's like, I feel like your dad has that hard exterior and just very like, hard worker, and that's it. That's really all he has to show for love, if you will. And then they show me your mom just follows along with whatever dad says. Yes, my dad and I was rough and bittersweet, but he passed right when I thought shit was gonna get better. Okay, but did that make sense what I said about your mom would just follow whatever your dad would say? Correct. So now it's that like, well, that's just how it is. I feel like that's a lot of how your family lives. That's just how it is. That's just how I am. I don't, what do you mean you want me to change? What do you mean you want me to be better? That's just how I am. And I'm channeling this and I wasn't necessarily channeling that it was your dad, right? No lie. I feel your dad's presence here too now. And your dad, I just gotta say, your dad's spirit here now is like, that's why he was kind of in the background a little bit, especially if I feel that a spirit is kind of either taking a little while to come forward or they're kind of in the background. There are words that were left unspoken, if you will. Your dad was too prideful, he says, to admit that he was wrong in that way. For him, it was like, oh, I worked hard for my family. That's it. I was a great dad. I was a great husband. I was, great friend, uncles, all the things. And then when your loved ones pass and they're in spirit, they go through their life review and they see the things and the actions and the way that they affect their loved ones. Damn straight. And your dad is here like, wow, I didn't realize, not only for my daughter, my children, my family, I didn't realize because I didn't know better, but at the same time, I knew better. I just didn't care to change in that way. I didn't think I needed to, right? And so this is the interesting thing when we choose our family as souls and we choose the family dynamic, right? Because for your dad's like, I'm very family oriented too. I loved having the family all together, right? And it's so interesting because I feel like this also has to do with cultural ways. I don't know what your ethnicity is, but it feels like a cultural thing, right? And that doesn't make it right necessarily, it doesn't make it okay, but it's just like, oh, if the man, and we could talk about patriarchy and all the shit, right? But it's like, oh, I just, I pay the bills, I do the thing, I'm a family man, that's it, that's all. There we go, I'm Mexican, so it makes sense. Like, that is where generations, right? Generations and generations and generations have lived out their lives this way. And the women just, whatever the husband says, that's it, that's all. Right? And here comes Paulina into this familial line, if you will. And Paulina, you're soft and gentle and so kind. And I feel your heart, sis. I really do. I feel your hurt too. That's one thing, y'all. When you an empath, the whole psychic medium, like, you feel all the feels with the people. I let my emotions show when I'm reading because I feel them with you, and I feel your dad here. He's like, I feel like I don't even know how to ask for forgiveness to my daughter. I feel like I don't know how, because I feel too like your dad, I hurt and I grieve. So absolutely, girl, this is a journey, grief is a journey in itself. And I feel like your dad, I feel like he would say this to you guys too, right? He's like, I'm not a man of many words type shit, right? Like, your dad didn't really know how to express himself in that way. I feel like your dad, had a very, like, like a tough sense of humor. So like sometimes he would say something, he would try to be like caring and loving, and he would say something and you're like, Dad, what the fuck? But it would kind of be funny, but you're like, why you gotta say it like that? Like, does that make sense? Because he's doing it right now. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you say that? Oh my god. Oh my god, girl, your dad's funny. Your dad, that's my OG. That's your dad, girl. He's all, let me make you laugh because I just made you cry. I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. I'm like, no, I'm just feeling everything right now. Oh my god, your dad is so funny. And it's like, you know, he was trying to say like, man, I don't even know. I'm like, Dad, what you mean? I was like, you just say I'm sorry. Because he's like, I don't even know how to ask for forgiveness from my daughter, you know? And I feel like for you, you're like, man, Dad, I wish like, if I could, I would just tell you it's okay. It's okay. And your dad is in spirit. He's like, no, it's not okay. That's the thing about it, Paulina. It's not okay. It's not okay that I acted the way that I did, that I was that type of father that wasn't emotionally aware or emotionally mature enough to be there for my kids in that way that they needed. But I also know everything serves a role and a purpose, right? It's like, you know, it's so interesting. And like, it's so crazy too, because fuck, like I know you know this, but your dad been through a lot in his lifetime, you know? He been through a lot in his lifetime. Yes, ma'am. So it just feels that like your dad, he perceived and received love in such an opposite way than you, that's where, right, there's that bit of disconnect, right? And you know, even with like your mom, right? Damn, I gotta turn off. Sorry, friend, I'm not doing battles. What was I gonna say? Even with your mom, right? Your dad wants, not that like because he said okay you can do it, right? But what your dad wants to tell you is, what's going on with your mom, uh handle it and deal with it the way that you'd like, okay? Listen, don't be on no weird, listen, let me just tell you right now, don't be on no weird shit, mistress, can I be your side bot? No. Anyway, you know, your dad is encouraging for you to stand your ground, have your boundaries. Even, you know, you love your mom, sometimes you have to do that for your own peace of mind, if you will. I already know exactly what you're talking about with my mom. That was what your dad said, girl. This is what dad's saying. He's encouraging, you know, we don't have to get into the details. You know already, right? That's why dad's saying you got to do what you got to do for yourself. Okay? She has to figure it out on her own, and so do you, right? But he doesn't want you to, for one, he was like, stop making excuses up for the family, you know, because you've made enough excuses for everybody and their behaviors. And very interestingly enough, Paulina, which I mean, understandably so, I feel like you have been the glue for the family as well. This is why it's so difficult for you. You know, it feels like that you kind of keep everybody together, you know? So in your mind, you're like, I love my family. If I unravel myself from this glue to the family, what's going to happen to my family? Ooh, girl, I can just feel your emotions, girl. I'm going to start crying again. But it's like, he's, you know, channeling that, having me channel that for you to give you that understanding. And like, yeah, that, you know, we understand, but you have to do for you, Paulina. You got to do for you, mama. You really got to do that for you. Because again, it's that thing, right? Where you end up just breaking your own heart when people are not ready to heal themselves. You don't have to force your healing on nobody, but you literally, energetically, for everybody on this live right now, when you really start to take your self-love healing, seriously, and you start to do the thing, right? You start to have boundaries and be more mindful and intentional of the time you allow people to have with you, if they're respecting it or not, and so on and so forth, right? You send out waves of energy to the ones closest to you, even maybe not. They feel it, right? Y'all could probably resonate with this and say, yep, ever since I started my self-love healing journey, my spiritual journey, people been falling off. People been, thinking that I'm trying to act different. People been thinking this, that, or the other. People been, we can go on and on about that, right? So just continue to do what you got to do for yourself, for one, and don't feel bad. Dad's like, don't feel bad. He's like, you have been, holding everything together for as long as you can. And, it's just not fair to you, for one. You know what I mean? It's not fair to you to feel like you have that responsibility, if you will. And it's going to be hard, but it will get better over time. And I don't know why Dad wants me to say this, but it feels like Mom uses you as a crutch. That's a lot. That's a lot. So Dad's like, I did a video about spiritual hygiene. Cleanse yourself. And your dad, Paulina, your dad has been coming to you a lot. Your dad visits you and gets your attention through music. I basically take care of her. And this, Dad's not saying, oh, just leave her high and dry, and you know what I mean. You know already what he's talking about. If you guys want to book a reading, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. There's nobody. Wait, I might be lying. Yep, I didn't see it yet. I have Paulina I'm finishing with, then I have Renata, Marie, and then Candice. Head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. What I was going to say is your dad comes to you through music. So it feels like I don't know if he used to do this when he was still here, but it's like, when you're playing a song and then somebody like changes it and you're like, what the hell, I was just listening to that song? Like, why did you change my music? So sometimes I feel like you may have like an interference with your music or what you're playing, or a song will come on, boom, and it reminds you of your dad. Have you had that happen? Thank you guys so much. I read the list in which who's going to be next right now. LOL, yeah. That's your dad. That's your dad's spirit. So when you feel that, because your dad's like, yeah, every time I do it too, you get the chills and you hear him laughing. And you're like, what the fuck? You're like, why do I feel like I have my dad laughing? When that happens next time, say, Dad, I feel you. Dad, thank you so much for visiting me. Or, oh my gosh, there you go. Like, talk like if, I feel like you do sometimes too, though. Talk like if he's there, you know what I mean? Like, because he really is in spirit, in energy. He's right there with you, okay? Hi, you guys. Thank you so much, Paulina, for trusting me with your energy. Thank you for trusting me with the spirit of your father. He's so funny and just like the roller coaster, y'all. He's funny. Thank you so much. Thank you for trusting me. All right, y'all. Let's see. That was funny. I appreciate you so much for this. I needed it. You're so welcome. I'm so honored. Thank you for trusting me. Okay, so we have Renata. She wants a love reading. Renata wants a love reading. And then we have Marie and then Candice. Okay. Yeah, go to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. Lightlanguagelove.com to book. You guys head to my website too. Head to my website if you want to book. And then I also have my crystal shop in there on my website. Hold on. I had such a brain fart. Renata. I just feel like I want to. I just want to roll my R's when I say that name. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Yes, I asked God to remove everyone and anything, including negative toxic family. That's right. All right. Renata, do you see? People probably be like, Renata. Just kidding. Okay, you guys, if you want to book a reading, head to my website. The list is open. Lightlanguagelove.com. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. You said it was love, I believe. Love reading. Okay. Let me see. Let's see. I'm just doing a little scan. I'm just scanning your energy so I can see what I'm picking up on. Okay. So, do you speak with living animals? Yes, I do. Every time I do a one-on-one and you guys got animal, they always come into the reading to tell you something. It's so funny, but yes, I do. Okay, so I just gotta tell you, Renata, okay? When it comes to love, okay? I feel like Spirit, the first thing I heard Spirit say is, Renata, you need to stop saying you have a type. Okay? Because, excuse me. That was a Spirit burp too. We're going to talk about that. But stop saying you have a type, okay? Because I feel like, not me, I feel like, but Spirit was Spirit. Look what look. She already knows. She already fucking knows. She already knows. She's like, damn. Spirit's like, stop, okay? Because stop saying I feel. Spirit is showing me that like you have had certain individuals come your way that could have been really great, okay? But you're like, oh, that's not my type. And Spirit's like, and what the fuck has your type done for you? What has your type done for you? Let's really talk about it. And here's the thing, like, they're encouraging you to get out of your head about physical attraction. Nothing. She said, cause me trauma. Just kidding. No, I'm not laughing at you, girl. Listen, the spirit always comes with love. And not a thing, shenanigans. Listen, your guides are funny. I just have to tell you, and we're gonna talk about the way that your spirit guides come to you, Renata, because they have a very funny sense of humor. I just have to tell you. Listen, right? You can be physically attracted to, a lot of different types of people, right? And then sometimes you don't have the physical attraction, but there's something else. Because I feel like for you get more stimulated with the mind, right? With the intellect, if you will. And it's like people that you've been attracted on the surface, cool, whatever. But deep down inside, it's like you can't connect with each other, if that makes sense. Right? And so Spirit said, we're not trying to say you got to be with somebody you're not physically attracted to. Yes, I do. Right? We are trying to encourage you to be open. That don't let the physical attraction be the first thing. Because here's the Spirit's like, woo, give Renata somebody she's physically attracted to. She's all in right then and there. And that's been the reoccurring issue, if you will. So Spirit's like, let's give ourselves some time. And I actually have to ask you, because this is very interesting. I'm like, who's that? The Spirit said, well, let's talk about it. I'm like, okay. Do you currently have somebody that you have in the friend zone? You know what the friend zone is? Do you have somebody in your life right now that is in the friend zone, meaning you only consider them a friend, but they like you more than a friend? Does that make sense? I feel like it. I don't know. That's what they showing me though. I don't know. Don't say I don't know. You saying I don't know means you do know. I'm just kidding. Are you sure? No, I don't. Listen. All they gotta say about that is, yeah, let's talk about it. You guys are being nosy. Not everybody being nosy in the chat. I'm just kidding. Listen, that was funny. No, what they were bringing this individual up. Listen, lol. They're bringing this up because it's like you kind of like the attention, which we understand. We get it. You know what I mean? Like Spirit's like, we get it, Renata. We get you like that attention. Ain't nobody else in line, so we get it, right? Low-key, I feel like you've had somewhat of a conversation with them, like, hey, friend, I don't, I don't really. And they're like, no, it's okay. I just want to be in your company. I just want, no. Spirit's like, listen, be very firm with that individual and say, listen, friend. Or you might need to cut ties. I don't know. Only you will know that, okay? But what spirit is saying is like, we just, intention. If you know you're really not going to take it there with them, say that, But if you're open to it, say that too. And I don't necessarily feel like it's a bad thing if you were open to it. But again, right? You don't have that physical attraction. That's why they're bringing it up. That's why I feel like they're bringing that up, because there's not a physical attraction. You like the attention you get on that friend level, that intellect, that, you know what I mean? You like that, but you don't like the, right? That's what spirit has to say about love, right? You help me with my mental health. I'm so glad, Nicole. I'm so glad. This is so interesting. Hold on. The way I joined at the right moment. What's the playlist I need? I made this little playlist. I keep adding to it. It's called Spiritual Baddie Slaps. Screenshot it really quick. 1, 2, 3, go. It's on Spotify. Okay. So here, Renata, just to kind of wrap up your mini reading, okay? Be open, okay? I mean, be open in the sense of like, because I'm telling you, your spirit guides are funny. Because it's like, I feel like you have been saying that, right? Like, I'm open, I'm open. I'm ready for love, spirit. I'm ready for love. And spirit's like, but we've been sending you people, and you're like, I don't know about that, right? Because sometimes it's like that surface level outside attraction is what you're looking for, maybe unknowingly. And spirit's like, we got to go deeper than that, okay? Talk to these people that you come across, that you connect with, okay? And I actually feel, I don't know if you're doing like the online dating thing. Well, some are younger than me. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, right? It's more so about the intellectual why did I say it like that? Intellectual, what the fuck? The intellectual connection that you have that will shift into romance, okay? So, the reason I asked about, if you do online dating, like, that's cool if you do that, but I hear spirit saying, don't be opposed to going to like, maybe like some singles mixers or something, or, singles events or something. Like, I feel like having that in-person kind of connection is going to be, no, I don't. Okay. If you don't already do those like in-person type thing, try that out. I'm hearing that, like, try out some like, speed dating or I don't know, do something like that. I feel like that is going to be really good for you too. Okay. So try that, okay? So thank you so much. You got this. And listen, I hope you really listen to what they said about that friend zone. Who you got in the friend zone, babe. Okay? I feel like when you really do allow yourself to be open, and you know what they're talking about when they say that, right? You're going to be pleasantly surprised. Okay? And I got to tell you too, I feel like you're like very playful, like you like, as much as you love having that intellectual conversation and connection, you're very playful in relationships. I feel sometimes the people that you've had in the past, they're like, maybe they say, oh, you're immature, or why do you act like that? Don't ever change that about yourself, okay? Of course, you're going to have shifts of changes of energies and things like that in your life. But that playfulness is a beautiful thing to have. It's a gift as well, okay? And I do feel, they're having me say that because I do feel, yes, it's so true. I do feel like you're going to come across somebody that, can be a little more serious, but they're just going to love that youthfulness and that playfulness that you're going to bring out in them. And vice versa for you too with them. Okay. So thank you so much, love. It feels really good. Just, again, they're not saying, oh, we're going to send you someone you're not at all physically attracted to. That's not what they're saying at all. But what they are saying is all that surface level, ooh, y'all see my light flickering? That surface level, quick little physical attraction shit, like that only can serve for, for so long, for so short, actually, for so little, if you will. We gotta go deeper, go deeper, okay? It feels good though. It feels good. And Renata, don't be surprised, baby, because I don't like giving timelines. I don't, because anything can change. But I'm hearing 3 months, you're gonna meet somebody. I'm not saying this is your end all be all forever person, but I do feel like you're gonna meet somebody in the next 3 months that is just fun. That connection that it's gonna feel good, girl. It's gonna feel good, okay? So thank you for trusting me. Spirit's like, listen, we want to talk about some things. We're gonna talk about some things. Next we have just message you for the. Oh yes, thank you. I have been told that too. Thank you. Listen, if you heard that from more than one reader, girl, you better get ready. No, you better stay ready. Okay, so next we have Marie. Okay, so we got Marie all the way in Australia. Marie, Candice, Celica, Takesha, and Griselda. Okay. Marie. Marie, I'm not too sure about your last part of, I wanted to get to your question really quick. No, the list is still open. Does anyone know how to help a 3-year-old stop seeing things? So Gavi Simone, Spirit, I just have to pour into you a little bit because I have been seeing your comments, okay? Usually I kick people out that are spamming, but we're talking about a beautiful old soul in your 3-year-old, okay? Please know that I don't know what role you play, if you are the mother of this child or what connection you have relation-wise to this child. Start to talk to the child. If you already don't have a spiritual connection or yourself, because going into it with fear, like, oh, stop seeing these things. I understand why it can be scary, but the more we normalize and talk about our connection to spirit and angels and God and whatever you believe in, the easier it's going to get and the better you're going to understand. Because the first thing people, when you see something, y'all think it's a fucking demon, and it's not. Some of y'all think an angel is with pretty white feathers and a halo, motherfucker. They don't look like that, a lot of them. They look different, right? So if you don't know that, it's scaring him and it's starting to move things in the house. So what I would say is you need to know, with all of your knowing, if it is something negative, you say you need to leave. You are not welcome in this home. Okay? And affirm and say, speak that protection over the child. Okay? Don't go into it with fear. Because if everybody in the house is in fear, those negative energies, if they may be negative energies, feed off of that. Right now, I don't necessarily pick up on that it's necessarily negative. I do feel like you have little pesky spirits, if you will. They feel like they're kind of just, I do believe you need a cleansing in the home. Okay? I feel like a cleansing in the home. And because this child is very gifted, they're going to continue. Yes, they can. I mean, I just got to be mindful because this is a 3-year-old, right? We all coming from the spiritual realm into this incarnation to the here and now, right? We have been very spiritually gifted, and then we get conditioned and indoctrinated and so on and so forth. And then we don't have the connection. We feel we don't have the connection anymore. This is why it's very important to normalize that we are spiritual beings, that we do feel energy and so on and so forth. Speak. If you feel something negative, you do not belong in this home. You're not welcome here. Leave now. Don't have any doubt in your mind, because if you do and you stay in that fear, that energy is going to fester. Okay? All right. Cleanse the house, babe. Cleanse the house. Okay, so I have Marie. Do I have Marie here? Marie. Thank you. You're so welcome, love. Like I said, I wanted to get to your question because I know I can only imagine how scary that can feel, right? But we gotta just speak that again, protection, love, and all that into Okay, that's Marie. Yes, don't worry about the last question. Yeah, I was a little confused about that, love. So I will go. I'm gonna just kind of general, because I feel like Spirit's gonna lead me to what they want me to channel for you. Listen, Marie, most definitely. You are a spiritual being, yes. How do we get on the list? Go to my website, Light Language Love, to book your reading. It's going to say TikTok/IG Live mini readings, okay, Amo? So for you, where'd you go? Marie, I feel like your entire life, actually, you would see things. This is very interesting. Let me know if this makes sense, because I'm like, I don't think I've channeled something like this. I don't think I've seen something like this. And that's okay, because everybody has their own unique gifts and abilities and so on and so forth. And the way that I interpret it is the best way I can interpret what Spirit's showing me. What I'm seeing that you've experienced your entire life is seeing things, right, that maybe are not in the physical reality spiritually. But I don't feel like it's like, because it's not that you don't feel them, but it's like you see them before you feel them, if that makes sense. And every time you've seen something in the corner of your eyes or passing down the hallway or wherever, you're like, I didn't see that. Boom, goes away. Out of sight, out of mind. They're like blips. They're like very quick too. I feel like in the past year for you, Marie, it's heightened. More energy. Now you're feeling. Because that's where I was like, what do you mean? I can feel like she feels now. And I feel like now you're starting to feel before you see. Does that make sense to you, Marie? Does that make any sense to you? That's just the best way I can describe what Spirit just showed me. Okay, yeah, all the time, very much in the last year. Yes. So, when it comes to, like, I don't know if it's, I don't know if you have a business or career or work or what it is exactly, but I feel like in that, somewhat of that aspect, Spirit is showing me that intuitively, spiritually, you have been very guided in that way. You've experienced a lot of success because of that intuitive knowing. You're like, I don't know, I just, it feels good, so I'm going to do this. Does that make sense to you too? Mirage update. My mom said that I did talk to her when I was younger. Listen, grandma was like, I'm going to come talk to my grandbaby. I love that. What an honor. Tell your mom, grandma says hello in spirit. And, wow, that's amazing. Does that make sense to you as well, Marie, when it comes to work and some of those decisions that you've made in your life? Because that is connected to your spiritual abilities. And a lot of times we don't think that. We think that it's going to come in this, kind of stuck on changing career, she's currently still writing, LOL. Thank you. If I can save this, Mirage, I will post it on YouTube or something. Because I've been wanting to post my readings on YouTube. Okay, but been in the same field for 15 years, kind of stuck on changing career at the moment. Okay, so with that, right? But that made sense, right? That the things that you've done in your career, they've served you well. And this, where you're kind of at, where you're like, I think there needs to be a change, and the uptick, if you will, of spiritual connection in the past year is connected, babe. Okay? This is very much connected. Here's the thing about, especially when you have a career in the same field for 15 years, that's like leaving a marriage of 15 years. That's a lot, right? I feel from what Spirit's showing me, your expertise, knowledge, and so on and so forth that you've accumulated over these 15 years are going to serve you well in whatever endeavor you want to take on. What the struggle is going to be for you is that it's been long overdue for you to have the balance of your work life, personal life balance. That's what's difficult for you. And that's actually what I feel like is coming for you. Okay? You've worked hard for a lot of years. There have been a lot of times where it feels like you're like, man, I wish there could be more than one of me so I could be here and there and do this and do that. And sometimes you're like, man, I just have been tired. Marie's like, I'm tired. I'm too tired. Work. Ugh, I can't. I don't have the energy to do things with my friends or my family. I'm tired. And this is where Spirit's saying, hey, it's time now for you. So whatever direction, field, industry that you look into, it just feels like there's a redirection in what the goal is, if you will. Does that make sense to you, Marie? Because it's like, you've been successful. You are successful. And you're like, okay, so what can I do to even heighten that success, if you will? And Spirit says, love, you need more balance in your life. Yeah, feeling that. That's what's gonna be more in alignment with your path. For some reason though, I don't know, we don't even have to talk about what field it is necessarily, but I feel like there's something, whatever endeavor you're going to take on next, there's a connection to the field in which you currently work in. And I also feel like with that balance that I see coming in for you, you're going to have to learn and lean into letting go of some of that control. Okay? Because all your life you felt like, I have to be in control, because if I'm not, then this shit's not going to get done. Right? Oh my God. That's one of my biggest things I continuously have to work on, is the control aspect. That's the thing about surrender, babe. It's hard, right? And I feel that this next step for you, Marie just said, LOL, I don't even have anything else to say. You're like, dang, Spirit's telling on me. They're saying that, right? They're saying, Marie, because when you want to implement more work-life balance, you're going to have to let go of some things. You're going to have to, trust in knowing that, letting go of that control is going to serve you well. Okay? Let me see what else Spirit has for you before I wrap up your mini reading. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. We don't have to get into the details of the last part of your comment, Marie. I think I know what you were asking, and Spirit wants me to pour into that a little bit with you and say that for you as a mother, right? You want to be there and encourage and support in all the best ways that you can with your daughter's situation right now. Spirit's saying you got to trust in knowing that your daughter's going to make the decision that's best for her. Encourage that to her. Because I don't know if she's necessarily confided in anybody else about this, but just keep pouring into her in that way that, hey, you're going to make the best decision for yourself that is best for you. Remind her, for her. That has to be at the forefront of this decision. Encourage that. Okay? That's what Spirit wanted me to share with that. We don't got to get into details of anything else. That's all I hear them saying about that. Okay? Believe in yourself no matter what. That was good. Absolutely. You're at the top. Thank you so much, love, for trusting me with your energy for this guidance. Let go of that control. Not all of the control, right? Some of the control. I feel more of that balance coming into your life. I feel like that rest that's been needed in your life. Do I have anything I can look forward to? Every day, every moment. Of course you do. It's these things that Spirit's talking about. This transition that's going to come for you in your career. Because you are going to be challenged with, okay, if I'm not doing as much as I was in the past, am I not being productive? Right? That's going to be a challenge for you. That's part of that control aspect. You got to know that the rest is necessary. Because Spirit's like, Marie has made up all the excuses all her life in this 15 years, in this career, of why she's like, I can't rest right now. I got to keep going. You need the rest, love, okay? If you guys want to book a reading, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. Thank you. Because this is the last call because I'm going to close my list, y'all. Lightlanguagelove.com. Lightlanguagelove.com. I'm about to shut off my list here in a moment. Thank you. You're so very welcome. Yeah, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com, because the list is about to close. Next, I have Candice, Celica, Takesha, Griselda, and Andrea. And then again, the list about to close, so run, don't walk, lightlanguagelove.com. 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 Okay. Candice is here. Let's see. Okay. Candice, thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you guys for being here. Layla, I don't even have to read for you, babe. What do you think? Okay. You guys head to my website. The list is about to close. lightlanguagelove.com. The list is about to close. I'm reading for Candice. Candice, I have to tell you, my darling, you have a very, very strong, I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. That answers that. He don't give a fuck, girl. He hasn't called you, hasn't talked to you, hasn't explained himself. He hasn't told you I'm sorry. He don't give a fuck. Okay? Because somebody that is sorry, truly sorry, is going to show through their intention, through their integrity. They're going to show you through action. Oh, girl, he locked up. My bad. I'm going to stop there. I'm sorry, babe. I got to focus on these people that paid for reading. Maybe that message was for somebody else. If he locked up, I mean, I ain't knocking you for being locked up, but I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe focus your energy on yourself, Layla. Focus healing yourself. Fuck what, is he sorry? The fuck? Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Heal yourself. You know, the motherfucker's locked up. You worried about if he's sorry. Motherfucker, he's locked up, girl. He's locked up. He's doing time, girl. He's down. He don't got the time. He don't give a fuck. Like, okay. Anyway, Candice, I have to tell you, babe, I feel like your star family has been coming to you. Everybody's like, damn. Candice, your star family has been coming to you in your dreams. He got bigger fish. Y'all stop. Candice, he can run it. Y'all stop. Candice, you've had a very powerful dream you had recently. Powerful. Yes, I got chills. Ooh, girl. Listen, Candice, you're very connected with your star family. They are showing up more in your life, okay? They're showing up to help you because you are a healer yourself. Yes, can we heal ourselves? Absolutely, we can, okay? Candice, I feel that you are going to be called to helping to heal the collective. I feel that if you don't already channel light language and channel light codes, that is coming in for you as well. I feel like in this dream, this is the best way I can interpret this. I feel like you're sleeping and then boom, you are with your star family. You don't necessarily like, I don't feel that you are seeing full body type entities. It feels just like you're seeing light, okay? And some of these light beings, that's literally their body, if you will, is just light, okay? I just want to sleep to dream. And that's what we do, right? And here's what they want to tell you about this dream that you have, because I feel like you didn't really like remember too much. You didn't really know what was happening or what. And excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. Spiritual burp. Hold on. This is very much connected to this reading. Hold on. In order to really start to answer that call that you have coming for you, right? You guys, I'm so distracted by these comments. Layla, do not tell me you a whole ass child with a man in juvie. Girl, please don't. Candice, your truth needs to be spoken, okay? Your truth needs to be spoken. And that was why I was having this spiritual burp. I feel like you have a bit of a blockage in that area because you're calling to work with the collective, and in connection to your star family, your connection to the cosmos, if you will. This is going to take you being brave. I don't know why they have me using the word brave, but it is. It takes bravery sometimes for people to speak. Is that a word? To speak their truth, to stand in it, and be that beacon of light, if you will, in this way. Candice, you're different. You've always known that about your life, about who you are. I feel like you probably were even made fun of growing up. Like kids were like, "You're so weird. You're so different." Like, or not. They didn't say that. They were saying meaner. They were saying mean things, you know. And it wasn't necessarily like you were doing anything. It's just your energy. They could even feel as kids for you. You may even again feel that right now. I always feel out of place. One of the big things for starseeds as well is they feel like this is another thing that had me talking about with you is like, I feel like I don't belong here. I don't feel like this is home. Like Earth is home, right? Because your soul has traveled and you have incarnated in other planets, star systems, so on and so forth, right? But there's something to say about that unique energy that you have. Exactly. Yeah. This doesn't make you any better than anybody else, right? You know that. But it does make you feel very different. And rightfully so. You're not meant to, again, connect and be like everybody else, right? I feel like you may resonate with being a little more introverted. You can be extroverted, right? But the reason they have me bringing up that you're a little more introverted is because that's where you shy away from speaking your truth. This is where you shy away from. Because tell me if this isn't right, Candice. They're showing me that you have been, whether it be in conversation or a part of a group setting where there's conversation happening and there's something that they're talking about and you are like, oh my God, I want to speak on this. I want to share my experience. I want to speak on this. And then you don't. And then you just sit there and your throat feels like you feel like something in your throat. You're like, why do I feel like I can't speak? Why do I feel so like, ugh? And then you start to get nervous. You're like, oh my God, Candice, just do it. Just talk. Just go. Just say it. Right? It's in those moments when you feel that anxious, like, oh my God, I just want to talk. Strangers stop me and tell me their whole life stories. Yes, all the time. And you don't, right? And Spirit's like, your star family saying, start to speak that truth. Okay, start to just share, And growing up, Candice, did you also have like I don't know if it was necessarily like a sickness, but they're showing me that when you were a little girl, it's from the ages of 5 through 8. There was I don't know if it was a rash, disease, sickness, some kind of physical ailment in that way. Between the ages of 5 and 8, the doctors couldn't figure out what the hell it was. And then you were being visited from your star family. One may even call it an abduction. I don't know. Sometimes you don't remember what happens, but they healed you from that. And then it just went away. They were like, what the heck? What happened? Oh, it just went away. Does that make sense to you? Do you remember that? Do you know anything about that? Because they're like taking credit for it. They're like, yeah. Sometimes starseeds struggle with that. When their light body comes into this physical body, it's very dense. And sometimes they struggle with certain diseases, physical ailments, rashes, even sensitivities. Kinda. Yeah, obviously we don't have to get into the details of that, but they are showing me those times when they would come, and it wasn't like it all went away at once. It feels like there were several visitations. Okay, you were being visited a lot as a young child, and for a lot of people that have this side of the connection with the light beings, it's a little bit different than people that are unwillingly abducted and shit happens to them. Yours feels a little bit different. Yours feels, again, like they were not only coming to visit you in that way. There's also trauma from your childhood that they can't just necessarily, they're just having me say this. I don't know why, but they can't take away the trauma, but it is there for a lesson. Okay. It happened for a lesson. It's there for you to heal from. So there's so much more to you that you have yet to really tap in for yourself. And it's very beautiful. It's exciting to see that, sense that, feel that, if you will. And they're asking for you to tap in. And when something feels uncomfortable that you're being shown or you're seeing, don't be so afraid or quick to resist it. They're like, lean into it a little bit. Look into it and say, hey, what's this? Maybe it may be an interest that you start to have, or maybe you start to see something, sense something, feel something. Your star family is not just going to come out of nowhere. I feel it trying to come out stronger daily. Yes, absolutely. I feel that, do you ever see, because I feel like the form in which you channel and receive light code energy, light language, is through the symbols. They're very powerful channeled messages, but through symbols. The best way I like to interpret them is sometimes they could look like squiggly lines. Hey y'all. Squiggly lines or circles or something like that, but they look kind of like glowing, like they're glowing colors or goldish lights. I don't know. Have you seen that before, Candice? Thank you for the headphones. I think that's new. Thank you. Yes, glittery. Ooh, I love that. Okay. So the reason they had me bring this up is they're saying, listen, when you see that the next time, even if you dream it, quick, get a pen, get a paper, draw out the light codes, channel the light codes, babe. Those can activate your spiritual abilities. Those can activate spiritual guided messages from them. Ooh, I got chills to say that. Do that, okay? Even if you're like, but it looks weird. It looks like a dot. It looks like a freaking, I don't know. Just channel it. Just channel it, okay? That is light language too. Okay, those are light codes too. They're just as powerful, just as potent, okay? So I'm going to wrap up your mini reading with that, but I feel like there's a lot of activation and healing and messages and guidance that's going to come through you channeling in that way. So by drawing, that's just one of the ways, okay? That's just one of the ways that you can channel light language. That's the way that they're showing it coming in for me, okay? But yeah, because they're going to start to come to you more. They're going to start to come to you more in your dreams, I feel like. Okay. Does my dad or grandma visit me? Right now in this moment, I'm not connected necessarily with either of their spirits. I don't want you to think that they don't want to connect with you or anything. I feel like the Star family had me kind of channel this message for you to help you. What they are showing me is that through this activation that's already happening and taking place now, you're going to open up your connection with your dad and grandma in spirit as well. And for some reason, I keep seeing it in the dream realm. So before I wrap up your mini reading, it's also going to be just as important that when you start to really experience and remember and have things happen in your dream state, in the astral realm, that you call back all your energy and your power when you wake up. Because you probably have already been experiencing this, and this can resonate for more than one person right now. When you work a lot in the dream realm, we all dream, we all experience, we're tapping into other timelines, dimensions, and realities. Our soul leaves, comes back into this body. Sometimes when we're doing a lot of the healing work and activation in the other realms, fragments, if you will, of our soul can feel like they're in other timelines. So this is where you can wake up and feel super tired. How do you call it back? That's just what I was about to share with you. The way that I always recommend for people to do it is through speaking that, affirming that by saying, I call back all of my energy from any timeline, dimension, or reality. And this doesn't mean just in the dream realm. You could be out and about feeling a little off. Because this is also for the people, a lot of the clients that I work with that are very powerful in that way of working in other timelines and dimensions. They deja vu and daydream a lot. So this is where you can feel floaty and ungrounded. So you can do it in the daytime too. Say that. I call back all my energy from any timeline, dimension, or reality. And then when you want to release any energy that doesn't belong to you, I release any and all energy that does not belong to me with love and healing. I call back all of my energy and all of my power from any timeline, dimension, or reality. I call back all of my energy and all of my power from any timeline, dimension, or reality. I call back all of my energy and all of my power from any timeline, dimension, or reality. That's it. Okay? That's it. All right. But buckle up, Buttercup, because Candace, it's going to start to come in very strongly I feel like it already has been for you. I feel that though. I feel like you are going to have very powerful, divine messages coming to you. They are already, but with more clarity, I will say, okay? You guys, if you want to book a mini reading, this is the last call. Yes, a lot in the last month. I am closing the list. You have a few minutes before I close the list. lightlanguagelove.com. I'm about to close the list. lightlanguagelove.com. lightlanguagelove.com. My website, lightlanguagelove.com. I'm about to close it up though, y'all. Okay. I have Celica, Takesha, Griselda, Andrea, and Joy. Joy. Okay. You guys gotta go to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. Hi, Sochil. lightlanguagelove.com. Magnify your goals, but through it all, you have to learn to pray and worship. Develop faith and know that patience is your greatest virtue. Follow your dreams, whatever you chasing. You guys, go follow Londrell right now. Go listen to all his high vibrational music now. Okay. To get
get to them blessings, you gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. Gotta be
Celica,
follow your dreams.
thank you. You explained so much and now I understand.
Wherever you go.
Love, thank you for trusting me. This was your star family. Celica, what the heck, girl? You're near. You are nearby. You my neighbor, girl. I'm just kidding. Are you coming to my event on Saturday? I don't know if you knew, girl. I'm having my first in-person event. I'm gonna be doing Christine's coming. I'm gonna be doing readings in person, energy healing, and I'm gonna have shops. Screenshot. Landrell. Where are you gonna be? In Campbell. I have one ticket left, girl. One ticket left. All right. So Celica, that's you, baby. What kind of reading do you want, babe? We literally in the same city, girl. Lightlanguagelove.com. That's where you can book the readings, you guys. I'm about to close my list. If you want to book a personal one-on-one, you can check my availability there. But for the tonight, list is about to close. So run, don't walk. I'm giving it a few minutes. General. Okay. Celica, are you in a relationship right now? Romantic relationship right now, or dating somebody right now? Just booked on your website. Thank you, love. Thank you. I'm gonna be closing up in a bit. I have Celica, Takesha, Griselda, Andrea, Joy, and Bria. Yeah, Xochitl, wait till this weekend, mama. Wait till this weekend. I'll see you soon. I'll see you guys soon. And you guys, safe travels when you and your daughter come up here, okay? Okay, General. Nope. Not in a relationship. And not dating anybody.
The Christ that is manifested in me allows me to manifest things with words. Abide in his covenant.
You're not talking to anybody at all? Like nothing? You single as a Pringle, girl? I'm just kidding. She's on. No, I'm just kidding. No. Celica, not girl. See, don't fucking play with spirit. Not her saying no when I lie. Oh my god. Stop. No, you fucking did. Okay. I was like, girl, are you sure? It is the truth. I know. I feel it, girl. Oh my god. But the way Spirit's like, nah, girl, ask it in a different way. See what she gonna say. Y'all can't lie to Spirit. Y'all can't lie. Just kidding. Oh my god. Celica. Holy shit. Oh my god. Spirit's like, girl, we're gonna talk about some things. No, listen, even if you don't like them, right? You don't really like them like that. Maybe they're in the friend zone. I don't know. But yeah, Spirit says, Spirit's like, listen, girl, we gotta okay? We gotta cut that out. Cut that out. I don't know, I just feel like, because if you were very much in a relationship, I was gonna say it's not serving you. If you got some people just kind of keeping you entertained and shit, I feel like it's actually hindering you. That's why Spirit wants me to bring that up. And again, even if you were in a relationship, that's what they were gonna have me say, is that it feels like this energy is hindering you. And you're like, well, I'm not really doing much. I don't really like them. Like, I'm just. Sally, stop right now, girl. She said, yeah, I got rid of most of them. All of them. All of them. No, because here's the thing. They're not saying you can't date multiple people, right? It just feels whoever this is, it just feels like a hindrance to your energy, babe. It really does. And I mean, I know you say you don't like them, but the way these motherfuckers act like they are with you, it's weird, girl. It's weird. I mean, I'm all about weird, but not that kind of weird. And we don't got to get into the details of that. But Spirit saying that in itself is weird. It's like, just, okay? Because here's the thing. This is just what Spirit's saying. It's time for you to really Clear the roster, baby. Kick everybody off the bench. Like, you need a moment of just, because that's what I'm hearing. Clearing for you, babe. There's too much gunk energy from the past, from, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing, like, clear, right? I feel there, it's kind of like a fast, if you will. They just keep hitting me up. No, listen. Then block. I'm just kidding. They don't leave me alone. No, we gotta stop that. Because that's exactly what they're talking about. Because they fuck they. Celica is only in control of Celica, right? So this is where that's an excuse. That's with all the love. I know we've been a little hee-hee-ha-haing about this, but Spirit really, they don't play about you, girl. They want you to have that good love. They want you to have, I've been celibate for a while. It's not even about the sex though, babe. It's really not. It's not about the sex. It literally is just the energy of that. Like, ugh, you know what I mean? They are really asking for you to fast in that way. Because again, it's like, oh, they're just there, so fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, even you saying that. They keep calling me. They don't leave me alone. At the end of the day, that's an excuse, right? This isn't for everybody, you know? They're not saying, oh, we don't want you to have friends and like that. But there's just something to say. Because it feels like, whether you are aware of this or not, or mindful of it or not, you struggle with being by yourself. That's why you got these motherfuckers just here kind of entertaining you. You don't like them. You know what I mean? You like the attention. I mean, hey, who the fuck doesn't, right? But when we fall in love with ourselves, when we really get right with ourselves, then that's when we're really going to be able to understand when we got a quality connection coming and being cultivated and created, right? Because even in your past, you've been got done dirty, if you will, in the past. And with all the love, like everybody, not just you, babe, we have our own faults too. That's exactly what I'm working on. Spirit's like, listen, Celica, you too, right? You too have your own things, right? And this is what we're trying to get you to see, not only in the romantic aspect. We want you to see this in every facet of your life. Any type of relationship or opportunity that comes your way, that you can see it so crystal clear, right? So you know, okay, all right, I'm gonna act intentional and with integrity with what it is I'm doing. No longer just doing shit just to do shit, right? Because that's very much that, you know, having motherfuckers, oh, they don't leave me alone. They're just there just to be there. And we want to shift into more of an intentional way of being. Because that's what I hear from Spirit for you, okay? Is let's be more intentional. Because we even going to talk about friends really quick before I wrap up your mini reading. It's not just romantic. They're talking about friends too. You got some people in your circle that you know you really don't fuck with like that, but they just there because they're there, or they're friends with other people, they're mutuals, or whatever the case may be. This doesn't mean Sally got to be by herself. She got to act all bougie like she don't fuck with nobody. No, that's not what they're saying. What they are saying is, you know, your time is valuable. Your energy is valuable. Your energy is valuable. So treat it as such. Again, this don't make you better than nobody. This don't make you less than anybody. It just means that you are aware of this, so you act in that, right? Because I'll tell you right now, like in that circle, you got a few of them that be hating on you, girl, and you know it. You could feel that they're jealous of you. What kind of shit is that? And for unfortunately, but you know, fortunately, we're coming to this awareness. A lot of women struggle with connection in that way, and it's unfortunate, right? I know, yes, right? So when you get right with yourself, and that's the thing, is you've been on this healing journey. That's the thing that has kicked up the jealousy and the envy. You don't have to say it. Them bitches can feel it. You know what I mean? They could feel your energy. They could feel you starting to embody your goddess energy. You know what I mean? So it's the more that you just keep doing you, the ones that you really rock with and are down with and support you, and vice versa. It's reciprocity. That's the word Spirit been just having me channel, is reciprocity. It doesn't make you selfish, because you pour into me, I pour into you, baby. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And even when I don't have enough to pour into you, I will later down the line, because I got you. right? We don't always have to be in reciprocity. But when you know you have those solid friends that not only are going to support you, encourage you, and be there for you, they're also going to hold you accountable and vice versa. Because how can you grow and expand and do the things, right, with those people if they're not on that level with you? You know what I mean? Like, Celica, I also feel that, like, you know, I know I keep saying to wrap up your mini reading, I just keep feeling this message is coming in for you. I actually feel, I don't know if you do have a business or if you've thought about that, you're not meant to work for nobody. I feel that you are meant to have your own business. And I feel like these ideas are starting to come to you. Everything is connected, love. Your spiritual journey, your spiritual connection, your spiritual hygiene. I posted about this, y'all. It's all connected. I thought about starting one. Celica, you a whole ass boss. CEO. Listen, sell. Girl. Abundance, greatness upon you. Right? Sometimes you got to make some moves that feel a little bit uncomfortable. Sometimes you got to cut ties. Sometimes, you know what I mean? And listen, you don't always got to make announcements and shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just take a step back a little bit. Start to call back that energy, you know? That's it. Call back that energy a little bit. And you will start to reap the benefits of that. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up your mini reading now. I'm gonna wrap up your mini reading now. So thank you so much. I do that all the time. Girl, you a Gemini? I'm just kidding. Are you a Gemini like me? Just kidding. No, I'm talking shit. I disappear. Listen, and you know, right, Sally? You know, girl, shut up. No, you're not. Okay, Gemini rising still. You got that Gemini in you, girl. You know. That's funny. Leo, oh, that girl, this is why I fucks with you. Listen, I am a Leo rising, but I'm a Gemini sun. So you a Leo sun and Gemini rising. That's funny. Oh man. Listen, Sally, you got this, girl. You got it. And you've been knowing that. Like, you've been knowing that, Sally. Like, I know you've been knowing that. You've been knowing that your whole life. You don't know how, right? Sally, you don't know how, but you've always thought, man, I would picture me rolling type shit, you know, some Tupac shit. Picture me rolling, you know what I mean? Just envisioning yourself being successful and all the things. Girl, come on now. You got this. Sally, you got it, girl. You just got to make some space, make some room, clear some shit out, you know? All right. You guys, unfortunately, my list is closed, y'all. My list is closed. I called last call earlier, you guys. But if you guys want to book, a mini reading, if you guys want to book a one-on-one, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. Please do not spam my comment section, because I see a few of you guys. If you cannot book a session, I understand. I'm not holding it to you. That's okay. All right. But don't spam my comment section, because you're gonna get a VIP ticket to the block party. It's a very abundant party. If you want to go there, keep spamming my shit. You better get blocked. Don't do that now, okay? If you want to book a one-on-one, head to my website. I have one ticket left to my event, Sally. I don't know if you want to go, girl, but it's this Saturday. I have one ticket left. One ticket left. All right, we got to thank you to Keisha, Griselda, Andrea, Joy, and Bria. Thank you for your patience, my darlings. Takesha, you're up next, babe. You up next, girl. Oh, I have a funeral. No worries, love. No worries. No worries. But stay tuned, girl, because yeah, I'm gonna have more here in the Bay. My next stop, you guys, is gonna be SoCal. I got a lot of love out there in SoCal. That'll be the next stop. And then after that, we'll see. We'll see where spirit leads us. Okay. General, please. All right. Takesha, do you have is either your dad or your dad's dad that's in spirit that has passed on? Oh, thank you. You guys, we've been having a good old time over here. Spirit's been just silly, funny. We've been crying. We've been laughing. We've been Like, goddamn, it's been funny as shit. My grandfather. Were you really close with your, yeah, on your dad's side, were you really close with your grandpa? Hi, you guys. Yes. Your grandpa's here, girl. He's... Listen. Because here's the thing about even, like, I don't know. It's very interesting because were you young when he passed or no? Because I don't know if it's that you guys were you were around him a lot when you were young. But I feel like you were like of age to have the awareness when he passed. I don't know. Either way, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I was in my 20s. Because here's the thing, and this is what love, because you know how your grandpa is. Girl, you know how he is, right? He always all love. But it's like sometimes the way that your grandfather would speak life into you, love into you, encouragement, guidance, so on and so forth. Sometimes it stings. Look, oof, damn, grandpa, you really have to tell me like that, right? The reason I'm saying it like that, because his energy, his spirit is coming through in that way, and he wants to do it right now. Okay? So know that whatever he's going to channel for you, it's always of love. Because he holds you in such high regards. Yes, I know. Yeah, he's like, listen, baby, what are you doing? All right? Because he's like, I don't know why. I don't know why she act like she forgot about all the things that I have taught her. I don't know why she has forgotten how worthy she is. I don't know why she has forgotten that she is enough. But all this shit that she has been accepting and allowing in her life is unacceptable. Good shit. Unacceptable. He's like, that's my baby. Like, that's how he's talking about you. Takesha, he said, that's my baby. I know what he's talking about. He said, shit, she said, I know what she's talking about. Of course you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't. When y'all loved ones in spirit come through with the way they talk and shit, I'm like, oh God. Listen, I love it because their personality shines through me, you know. I'm just the vessel, I'm just the channel. It's definitely him, right? She's sitting here trying to, I know what he's talking about. She know what the fuck I'm talking about. He's like, and he's funny too, right? He's like, man, you know, and you know, he's older, so he's like, man, you know, if I was here, I would have. He's like talking all this shit. I'm like, grandpa, calm down. I don't know if your grandpa had high blood pressure, but for some reason I'm like, calm down. Like that was something maybe physically he had a little bit of an ailment in, right? Is that high blood pressure? I'm like, calm down. Oh, I'm sure he is. Because here's the thing, right? You are, of course, gonna go through things in your life. Of course, you're gonna go through those trials, those tribulations, have those experiences. I miss him so much. He misses and loves you so much. And he's actually around you a lot, okay? Okay. So, whatever situationship you got going on right now, and listen, I don't know why you do, because grandpa's like that, because that's what it is. He's like yelling at me. I'm like, don't yell at me. I'm just playing with you. He's like, that's what it is. It's a situationship. This person knows but doesn't know what he has. You know, it's like, I'm like, Okay. Please tell him I'm walking away. Divorce papers are being filed. Takesha, he knows. And this is what, did you hear that part? He said, I met with my attorney today. Not your grandpa coming through on the day of, girl. He ain't playing. Listen, he said he knows, but he doesn't know what he has. And this is what your grandpa wants me to tell you right now, too. I don't know. I don't know. This is just how he's having me say this. Something that came to light was because of your grandfather's doing. And interest, and it's like she knew, too. when I brought it to her attention, however you found out, you thought of your grandpa and you're like, man, this is weird, but does that make sense to you, Takesha? Do you remember that? Like when it happened, when it hit you, for some reason you thought of grandpa. And he's like, yeah, because I made that come to light for her. Because, and it's, yeah, it does. Listen, y'all, if you guys are listening right now, this is how your your loved ones will come to give guidance sometimes too. I looked at his pictures. They will come and bring truth to you, show light in the dark for you, sometimes in ways that are uncomfortable. Because here's the thing, the reason, ooh, shit, I got chills. It's so crazy, Takesha, because he's like, she had been seeing all the things on her own. But for some reason, it was this one time that I made the dark come to light. And she thought of me that it hit her with such conviction. She said, man, I gotta stop lying to myself. Right? And he's like, baby, I haven't left you. Ooh, girl. He's like, baby, I didn't leave you. I've been with you. Yes, I had to go time and time again. Your grandpa doesn't play about you. Takesha, it's like, your grandpa's funny. Like, your grandpa would speak like positive affirmations to you, but he used to do it in a very funny way. Like, he used to kind of make fun of you, but then he'll pick you back up and make you laugh. Like, I don't know, because the way he's showing me you as a little girl, like, he used to make fun of you, but then he'd be like, no, you're so beautiful, baby girl. Like, you know, I'm in tears. I'm in tears and laughter with you, Takesha. Your grandpa, he keeps showing me so much. I'm like, slow down, grandpa. He's showing me all these visions and just these times where he's just funny. You know, he had a mouth on him. You know that already, but it's just like funny. Like, and that's the thing, right? It's like, he's trying to remind you to not lose sight of that. Those words, those affirmations of love that he would pour into you as a young girl, don't forget them. Say, just because I've been gone, please don't forget them, even in this next journey that you are going on. And he's also reminding you that you did not fail. You did not fail, Takesha. You did not fail. You are not a failure in your marriage. You did everything. You did all the things. You did more than enough. Sometimes even that love is not enough. Why? Because you cannot be responsible and carry that weight on your shoulders of your partner. You know what I mean? It's just not fair. And you've been knowing that, right? I know it's not enough. And what you are also going through is grief of the partnership. Right? Grief of the partnership, grief of what you got going on right now with the divorce. Okay? And so, I'm going to wrap up your reading with this. Your grandpa is absolutely, I've definitely been grieving. He wants to say, you know that I'm with you. You know that I'm around. And and not sorry, and you know how he would say something like this, but he's like, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry about the way that I had to bring this to light for you. Because I know how hard it was for you to go, wow, this is really real. He's like, I just needed to shake that up for you. I needed to shake it up for you to really see. This is it. I understand. Right? He loves you so much. It was really hard, right? It's like, it's just the things were happening over and over again. And it's just, something had to give. And I had to be there for my baby girl. And he loves you. He wants the best for you. And he just wants to encourage you to know that your best days are yet to come. You have accomplished so much, and don't let the marriage just be, remembered as just negative, right? To also see the lessons that you have learned. right? Just don't forget that you put your best and your all into this marriage, and you should be proud of that. Don't feel bad about it, and don't be so hard on yourself. You're gonna have your days, and that's okay. But keep affirming the love that you have to give in the world, and that you are worthy to also receive. Okay? I remind myself of that every morning. My best days are yet to come. That's it. That's it right there. That's it right there, love. Thank you so much, Takesha. Thank you so much for being open to receiving. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel your grandfather's spirit. What an honor. He had me laughing and crying and just like, what, Grandpa, come, you stop. Grandpa, don't yell at her. I'm just kidding. Because you know how he would talk. Like, I didn't even fully do it the way he wanted me to, because I was like, Grandpa, I'm not doing all that. She's a little vulnerable right now. But you already know that's Grandpa's love, right? He's something that for real. He was very much that, like, when he walked into a room, oh boy, everybody knew Grandpa was in the room. You know what I mean? He was that force. You know what I mean? And he's like, and so is she. So is Takesha. Remind her of that. So is she. When she walks into a room, people feel her essence, her divine essence. I don't want her to lose that. Don't lose that, okay? He loves you so much. Thank you. Ooh, girl. My goodness, y'all, I've been laughing, crying, just, oh my God. What an amazing live, you guys. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. In the feels. This was so beautiful. Thank you guys so much. You guys, my list is closed for this evening, but if you guys want to book a reading, head to my website. I'll be back on tomorrow to do live readings again. If you guys want to book a one-on-one, you can check my availability for that. Okay, so I have Griselda, Andrea, Joy, and Bria. Yes, thank you guys so much. Thank you. Let me see what Griselda said. General, whatever spirit wants to tell me. All right. Do you post it somewhere I can look it up? If TikTok lets me save it, I'm gonna put it on YouTube. It's gonna be a long upload. I've been wanting to do that. Spirit's like, start posting the readings on YouTube. You guys, my list is closed. I've been on here for a good minute, y'all. I'm tapped. But I'll be back on tomorrow for mini readings, but you can check my availability for video recorded readings, mini video recorded readings, or not live, but one-on-one sessions. I'll be back on tomorrow for live readings. Okay. Thank you guys for joining. Where did I was like, no, it's Griselda. Griselda, are you here? Hi, JJ. Hi, just find you. I love your energy and vibe. Fellow Filipina here. Ooh, hey, my Filipina sis. How are you? You're aesthetic as chef's kiss. Thank you, girl. You guys, head to my website. I posted a lot of cute stuff too. Use discount code LIGHT10 for the shop. The shop. I posted a bunch of cute new inventory. Check it out. Okay, Griselda is here, and she said general reading. Whatever spirit wants to tell me. Okay. I'm learning to handle massive blessings with mature care. I celebrate what's not being posted. My energy is my validation. I'm preparing myself for what my decisions pray for and what is meant for me. Am I making choices out of faith? Griselda. I was trying to look for your link, but it only showed the option to tip. I would say get out of the app and come on back, because it most definitely is there. lightlanguagelove.com. That's the only place. All right. So Griselda, what I am feeling is you have a lot of blocked energy in your sacral area. And and as women, that is where we get a lot of our intuitive guidance, our psychic abilities, and all the things. Okay. So the way that I feel that blockage in that area, it may show up in like severe cramping, stabbing pains, or even numbness. Okay. Does that make sense for you in that sacral area? Sacral, lower, where you're, where the sacral is. Or if you don't, I could explain, but, does that make sense to you? Yes. Okay. And there's a combination of reasons, if you will, that there's such a blockage there. And that's where your creation is, whether you have children or not. That's where we create, right? As women, that's where we have our creative energy. And there's some trauma that was experienced that play a role with that blockage. And then there's also from relationships, right? This is where you are giving everything, all the things, everything, all of you. And self-love is the journey that you are being called to. Okay. In that sacral area, this can even show up when you are being intimate with somebody and you feel numb. You might have, this isn't a joking matter about this thing. Sometimes as women we're like, oh, have you ever faked it before? And it feels like that sometimes, even where it's like you don't really feel down there. There's nothing wrong with you. There's just blocked energy in that space. Okay. And so a lot of the blockage as well, you're going to feel it like in your hip area. So ways in which that you can start to heal that, not only through movements, okay, but really starting to tap into self-love, okay? Because you're beautiful. You don't have an issue with finding a partner or finding people, you know what I mean? But these are not aligned connections that you have been making. They're out of that like lack, if you will. And I hope you're not like, damn, like tell me something good, right? This is good, okay? This is healing in the sense of, hey, here are the areas that we can work on to help us start to tap in spiritually and with our own selves, our own higher selves, if you will. Okay? Because it's like because here's the thing. I don't know, whether you are in a, like, because I kind of feel like you are. Are you in a relationship right now, Grisanda? Yeah, self-love is important. Working on that myself is the most important. It is the most important. No, I am not. Okay. If there's somebody that, you're not in a relationship with, but maybe you, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's somebody that you are involved with physically, intimately. And like that, I mean, I don't know, I could be wrong, but it just feels like you need time for yourself too right now, Griselda. You need time for yourself to heal your sacral area. Because people are not even gonna know how to be in your energy, girl, because it's so powerful. And not to make it seem like a bad thing, but you were a whole ass goddess, Griselda. You really are, truly. That is your essence of your higher self that I'm speaking to and channeling, and that is you. You may or may not feel that, I don't know. But it feels like a lot of your exterior and the way maybe you portray yourself to be may feel strong in that way, but internally, spirit shows me that you feel insecure. That's for a lot of us women, right? The insecurities can show up in jealousy and envy of other women, and we don't mean to be, but we are, because we lack the self-love. It's still there. Griselda, is still there. That's you, babe. You can't lose your goddess energy. Can you maybe not tap into it so much? Yeah, absolutely. But you are a whole ass goddess, babe. Feel that. Okay? Yeah, because there's, besides, do you have children though, Griselda? Do you have children at all? Because I feel like there's some of that blocked energy from that, and then there's a bit of Okay, no children. There's I felt like it was. I mean, I don't know if it was just. I don't know. I don't know if I should be saying that on the live, but there feels like somebody. She lying, girl. Who you talking to? Let me go, girl. Who you talking to? Let's not do that now. Okay, Griselda. What I was gonna say is that I feel like there's somebody that you still have a very strong energetic cord connected to. Okay, that has a role to play in that blocked energy in the sacral as well. So one other thing, not one other thing, there's many things, but one very powerful healing modality that I feel can really help you really kickstart that sacral healing for you is going to be with like a yoni smoke cleanse. Are you familiar with that, Griselda? Like a yoni steam, I think that's what it's called. So what you can do is like get some healing. Okay, so what you do is you get these herbs. There are many botanicas or even like people on here. Of course, you want to be mindful of who you buy it from, or maybe you can go down to your local botanica or sit with the ancestors. Sit in meditation and ask them what herbs you need. Okay, and or you can go again into your local botanica and ask them, hey, what are good herbs to use for a yoni steam? If there's anybody in here that has some recommendations on some herbs, drop them in the chat. And what you do is essentially like with a bowl or something like that, you have the herbs in there steaming, and you kind of like a veggie spa, veggie steam, exactly. Look at Wild Witness, Tulsi, Yarrow, Lavender. Maybe screenshot some of those. And you kind of squat over it, and it cleanses. It cleanses, right? And you can use that, right? What do you, I was like, what? Not trying to hijack your life, but if you say spirit apply Kayla's yoni cleanse, I can do it now. Anyone else can say it as well. Kayla, definitely not gonna do that, but I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Because I'm, intentional with the work that I do. I don't go into people's life and say, hey, you can do this and I could do this for you, right? I say that with love because you got to be respectful and mindful of people's energy, right? Anyway, so you can do that, right? Just kind of squat over it. Squat over that, and then, set the intention, right? Set the intention that you want to clear out your sacral, cleanse that area. And I'm not going to tell you how long you need to squat over it, but you'll know, right? Because, you really got to be squatting over it. And it will... maybe not right then and there, you may feel it, right? But it's going to really help to cleanse, okay? I know this may feel weird. You may even be called to do it more than one time, but it will start to help that blockage that you are feeling, okay? But yeah, you'll feel brand new. Exactly. Yeah, look, somebody said, yes, very easy to do at home. If the toilet doesn't feel sacred, you can squat over a steaming bowl. I recommend like a bowl, you know what I mean? So you can, it's extremely powerful. I do it right before my cycle. Look at all these beautiful women in here sharing about that, how to do that. So I'm going to wrap up your mini reading with that. That's where I feel that you can start to help yourself in your journey, is that sacral area blockage healing. Okay. And once you do that, you're going to start to receive more clarity. Because you yourself, everybody's intuitive. Does everybody trust it? No. But I feel for you, Griselda, you are, you're very gifted in that. And especially when it comes to creating through your sacral energy. But maybe you're like, I don't feel that, girl. What? I get it. You know what I mean? You got to start the healing those to start to receive the clarity. Okay. So thank you so much. I wanted to speak on what just happened right now, right? Because somebody was like, oh, if you say Kayla cleanse, the reason I kind of was like, no, we're not doing that is, right, because Griselda has trusted me with her energy. I'm reading for her, right? This isn't to gatekeep, because do what you're going to do, right? Do what you're going to do. Do you share your gifts and do the thing. When I am holding a container in my live on my page, right? And people are trusting me to help them, that's what we're doing. I feel it's disrespectful actually to do that and be like, oh, if you say I will do it. Like, Griselda didn't say, hey, Kayla girl, right? And I get it. When I say, hey, pour into each other and do that, there's a difference because there's energy, right? That's why I'm like, nope, we're not doing that. If Griselda's like, hey, I want to go find that girl, Kayla, and I want to tap in with her because she said, go ahead, Griselda, most definitely, right? But I just think it's weird when people do that. I really do. Like, I just don't do that. Like, I'm not going to do that to you. Don't do that shit to me. Don't do that in the container, in the space that I'm holding for the collective. Okay? So anyway, thank you, Griselda. Thank you for trusting me with your energy. I really feel once you start that though, shit's gonna get wild in a good way. You're gonna be activated with creativity. You're gonna receive more clarity. Your intuition as a divine feminine is going to really be shown to you in the way, because I feel like because of that blockage, you maybe have been operating more in your masculine, right? That's that, like, oh, I have to be in control of everything. Oh, I gotta, you know what I mean? And not really in that surrender of the divine feminine. That's when you are receiving, you are surrendering, you are receiving. And spirit's like, Griselda, you a goddess, girl. Like, that's all you, right? And you know how hard it is. For those of you that have struggled with that, y'all know how hard it is to let go of control and let spirit, just your higher self lead, God, whatever you believe in, let lead, right? And that's it. That's it. I'm excited for you. I gotta tell you, Griselda, girl, get ready. Because you're going to be like, wait, what? You're going to be seeing, sensing, knowing, like, all of your spiritual abilities, Griselda, they're going to come in strong. And I actually feel like they have, even though you've been feeling kind of like, I feel like I lost my goddess energy. I feel like I'm not really tapped in. That's okay, right? This is where we got to check ourselves, check our inventory, and be like, spirit, and feel, and every time I do this, I swear to God, I just got to pour into you a little bit more, Griselda. You're a healer with your hands, okay? And say if this hasn't happened for you, where you've laid hands on somebody or even an animal, or you are attracted to animals and you pet them and then they calm down, or babies or children or just people, you lay hands on them and they're like, I don't know, Griselda, but like, I don't know, girl, you just calmed me down, or just, you did something. I don't know what you did. Your hands are very healing. This is going to also be activated more. So you can also use your hands, okay? Set that intention. OMG, yes. Yeah. Girl, you, I'm telling you, you a whole ass goddess. You a healer, girl. Tap into your energy in your hands. So maybe say the next time you're getting those sharp pains and your period isn't coming, you're just having that like, oh, what's happening? You could even do it now. Set your intention, sit in meditation, clear the mind, tap into your powerful healing energy. Lay hands on yourself, right? Because you do it unknowingly and because you just care. Right? You go to people and you're like, let me just hug you for a little bit. Let me just, lay hand, like, and you don't even realize you're laying healing hands. That is one of your gifts as well. Do it for yourself too. Because you're very much that giver, receive for yourself too, okay? So I'm going to wrap up your mini reading with that too. Thank you. I love that. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, spirit, let me get on to the next one. But I was like, oh, she got to know this. She got to know this. I got to share this. Okay. So thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. So amazing. And that's the thing. Sometimes you guys, in my readings with you guys, I will tap into your gifts and share with you guys too. We do. That's why my sessions are called soul sessions, because I'm tapping into your soul. So it's what your soul is, having me channel back to you. Okay. So I have Andrea, then I have Joy, and then I have Bria. If you guys want to book a session, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. Tonight's live sessions are closed. I've been reading for a lot of people tonight. Excuse me. I'll be back on tomorrow for reading. So if you guys want to get a live reading tomorrow, tap in. I'm trying to think. If Because I'm also open to, if you guys want to pre-purchase for your reading tomorrow, let me know in the chat if you want to do that. But the last person will be Bria. Because what I'll do is I'll have you guys prepay and then I'll do your reading tomorrow. It's going to go in the order that you pay for your reading. If you guys want to do that, let me know. And then drop it in the chat and I'll open up the list, but I'll let you guys know who and what, okay? But next I have Andrea. Oh, wait. Yes, Andrea. I want to prepay. Okay, they're 55, 55. 55, 55. Oh, that's you, Andrea. Okay. Yeah, if you want to prepay, I'm going to open up the list. And again, this is going to be tomorrow though. So make sure you're following me and make sure you turn on the notifications so you know when I go live. Okay. I'll open it up, but again, you're not going to get a reading tonight. It's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to open it up for a little bit. It's open now, lightlanguagelove.com. Again, if you purchase right now, you're prepaying for tomorrow. Andrea is here and she said general. Okay. We pay in the shop. Yes, lightlanguagelove.com. Andrea, where you at, mama? Hold on. Okay. Andrea. Ooh, girl. I'm being shown a past life of yours right now, girl. Ooh. Let me just tell you right now. I feel like right now for you, you have what one would call a witch wound, okay? So what the witch wound is, it's a wound that has followed you into this lifetime from you being a witch in another lifetime. And sometimes, and for some of us, unfortunately, we were unalived because of our gifts, because of our abilities as witches, okay? A lot of times people think, witch, oh, you're evil, you're demonic, whatever. Think what you're going to think. And that's what they thought about us in those timelines. So the way that the witch wound shows up here, shows up in a number of ways. You're afraid to not only trust your gifts, but to practice your gifts. Because again, the fear of being unalive from the other lifetime. For you, Andrea, I feel like you get tightness in your neck because in this other lifetime, that's how they had unalived you. I hope you're not afraid of what I'm sharing with you. This is just the energy I'm feeling from this other timeline that's coming up for you. Okay? It's not to fearmonger anything. It's just to say, hey, here's, are you saying nope, it doesn't make sense? Or are you saying nope, I'm not afraid? Because that's what I'm picking up on, okay? So it's okay, all of it resonates. Okay. So it's that tightness. Sometimes it feels like a rope. Even it's like, oh my God, scary stuff back when it happened. But yeah, not afraid. And so that also shows up in the fear of speaking up. So not only in the tightness, so say when you want to speak on something, you get like, you feel a tightness in the throat like you don't. Okay. Another is well, those hold on. Okay. So some of that too is going to be that fear of being in the spotlight, if you will, because I feel like that for you. I feel like sometimes you're being praised for something and you're like, oh no, you like shy away. You're like, no, right? You like, don't like the spotlight being on you. Okay. And it's so interesting because this lifetime that I'm picking up on for you, powerful. You still are very powerful. But when you go from bringing in that witch wound, it's a lesson of the soul to level up and expand, of course, in this incarnation. So, you know, even growing up, you may have resonated with the witchy shows and the stuff like that. You're like, oh, you know what I mean? But maybe I feel like you grew up in a religious household. So that was very shunned. Like, no, you're going to go to hell and right? Does that make sense? Did you grow up in a religious household or like upbringing or something like that? Which, you know, can be for a lot of people, but I feel that for you, and that is such a contrast. All the religious trauma, even makes so much more sense. Girl, you a whole ass witch in that religious household, huh? But you know, again, we have been told it's negative. This is, you know, you don't do that, you're gonna go to hell. It's all about the intention. Because I mean, when we really, you know, talk about it, there's my family calls me dark and twisted. Of course they do. those are those are the very same ones, right? That you're like, really? Because I know about you. And here's the crazy thing about it, Andrea, you are very spiritually connected with these witchy powers you have. You and another thing too is like, are you really good at cooking? Like, you love cooking? Are you really good at cooking? Because I want to say that you also have magic and power in the way that you cook with what you are putting in. Not only your love and care with the cooking, but there's something to say about implementing that in your craft as well. Yes, I am. You know, and people, when they eat your food, they're like, oh my gosh, Andrea, I don't know what you put in this, girl, but it's so good, right? This, that energy you have. You can do witchcraft in again, not like you're trying to do anything negative. Every time everybody hears witchcraft, oh my God, like, well, if I can run for the hills and shit. It's a craft, right? It's powerful. So you can implement that in your healing as well, for yourself too, right? And also for your family or whatever. I don't necessarily feel like you would feed into what your family would say about you, but does it hurt? Yes, of course it does. You know, maybe you don't say that, but it hurts when your family tells you that, because you're like, man, like, I'm just fucking existing. You're over here like, I'm dark and twisted. Like, damn, just let me be, right? Because they don't understand you. You're very misunderstood. That's another thing too, is like, you feel different from your family. You know, you just, you feel that you are different. You know, you may even feel like the black sheep, if you will, right? Most people that resonate with that are the generational trauma cycle breakers and healers. Because I feel like you have my mom calls me insane with my skulls and snakes in home for me. Listen, snakes are very like, girl, I got one up there. Everybody always like, oh my God, the skull and the snake. It's not negative, you know. It is very powerful. You know, we have been told from the Bible that the snake told the, you know, Eve to eat that. No, listen, snakes are very powerful energy, and very powerful spirits that come to us, right? And you are very much that powerful, divine, dark feminine. And this, a lot of times when people think of the dark feminine, like, right, they're like, oh, it's like this bitch. She just, no, she fucking embodies her darkness. You know what I mean? You have been through the darkness, and that's why you know what you know, and you feel what you feel. The next step, I do this because it's not necessarily like, oh, next step, because you've been that. It's inside of you. It's already there. Don't shy away from the darkness. There's no light without the dark. You know that, right? And you have seen the darkness even within your own family. That's why you're like, oh, that's funny. I'm the dark, twisted one, motherfucker. I know you. I know what you've done. And here's the thing about you too, babe. It's so crazy because you know things about your family that other people don't even know. And you don't even know how you know. But you know. You want to talk about dark and twisted things that people have done in your family. Hypocrites. Truly. Right? And it isn't always necessarily your place or job to call it out, but you know it. So that's what Spirit's like, listen, they're going to say what they're going to say, and of course it's going to hurt, but we got to be mindful too, right? We got to be mindful that we don't just allow, you know, what they say about us to be our truth, right? And whatever is done in the dark always comes to light, okay? The way that you are going to heal your witch wound is by you, like, because here's the thing, girl, like, the way that they are showing me, you're so spiritually connected, but you don't really, like, believe it sometimes. Because you're like, oh, that just happened because, you know, it makes sense that would happen because, you know, no, like, you be seeing things, like, I feel like you, I don't want to say suffer, but you get deja vu a lot. Does that make sense for you? You get deja vu like a motherfucker. I also feel that you daydream a lot too. So a lot of times when I feel somebody that's getting a reading from me that daydreams a lot and gets deja vu a lot, you're very much in these other realms. You're in these other dimensions. You're very tapped in, but you don't even realize it sometimes. I feel like you don't even like say I'm psychic. And I feel yes, all the time, dream it and then live it. Yeah. because you see premonitions. You're a seer, right? You're psychic, Andrea. You are psychic. This is the knowing without knowing. Okay. I also feel like your mediumship abilities are going to start to come in, because even if like you know, because I feel like you may have also had loved ones that have passed on come in your dreams. Okay. You guys, my list for this evening is closed, but if you want to prepay for a reading tomorrow, the list is open. I'm not going to read for you tonight, so don't purchase and say, oh, where's my, you're not going to read. I'm not going to read for tonight, but tomorrow. Okay. That list is open, but I'm going to be getting off of here soon. So it's going to be closed soon. You're prepaying for a reading tomorrow. So Andrea, the witch wound can be healed by you trusting the knowing without knowing, right? Speaking your truth. You don't have to be confrontational when it comes to that, but there are comes to family issues. But I do feel like sometimes you are meant to speak on certain shit that is gonna make it be a little uncomfortable. You'll know what that is. Okay, that's gonna start to heal your witch wound, where you're gonna start to trust and start to really align yourself and start to use your abilities for, obviously for good, but to help your life. That's what they're for. They're there to help you navigate life with ease. Okay. So I feel that I'm gonna wrap up your mini reading there. Your mediumship though is going to get stronger, girl. So please know that you don't have to talk to the spirits if you don't want to. You have the ability to say nope. And that's what's important about, tapping in spiritually. Some people get scared because they're like, oh my God, spirits all around me. Well, then tell them you don't want to talk to them. Just because they're there and you can feel them doesn't mean you have to talk to them. And that's the thing. This could be a very resonate to more than one person right now. Some of y'all lack that spiritual boundaries. Y'all just be like, oh, I'm fucking exhausted. I'm drained. Yeah. This is why I have limits on how much I channel. Because if I didn't know that, I would be doing a disservice to y'all that are receiving a message from spirit that I'm channeling, because I would be fucking drained, right? Like, I have to be mindful of that too. So you guys, please know that as mediums, you don't have to just channel anywhere all the time just cause. Fuck that. That would just be like you being out in public and just having to talk to people just because. No, this is Spiritual Hygiene 101, y'all, that I posted about earlier. Boundaries in the physical and boundaries in the spiritual. Okay. So thank you so very much, Andrea, for trusting me with your energy. Thank you. All right. I appreciate you. You're so welcome, girl. Embody that darkness. Don't be I know you're not afraid of it, but walk in that. You know what I mean? Walk in it. All right. I have Joy. And then I have Bria. Maritza, are you still here? Ooh. Ooh, there's Joy. I believe, yeah, that's Joy. All right. Okay. Okay. So Joy, let me see. It's interesting because I read your comment that you left, and what Spirit wants me to share with you is directly connected to that. But we got to talk about something a little bit else. Not something a little bit else. I got to channel about something else that is in connection to that. Okay? Because here's the thing. You yourself are healing generational traumas. The generational traumas are also connected to that. Because our ancestors lived in lack. And, oh, this is it. This is all we're here to receive. So that's it. Whether you know it or not, you are healing that. So when you feel lack in that area of finances or anything like that, or you're like, what's going to happen with that? You are healing yourself and the generation, right? But it's all going to come back to your own self-worth, your own what is for me, right? Because here's the thing. Just like I was kind of channeling for Andrea right now. Joy, you've been knowing. You have dreamt, you have seen the visions of your abundant overflow lifestyle. But it's not from just monetary finance. It's from energy, okay? Our currency is our energy, okay? So the more that you know that your energy is in alignment, everything else is going to follow and find you. You don't have to look because it's finding you. You don't have to look outside of yourself because it's finding you. It's like joy. Are you joy? Right? Because like, here's the thing. Even I'm working on that. And that is why Spirit's having me talk about that. Because that is the focus. That needs to be the focus on your energy. Okay? Because now they're like, let's talk a little bit about the finances. You have been paying for some things for some people. That Spirit's like, hey, Joy, we got to relook at that too. It isn't that they're like, oh, don't care anymore. Don't help anymore. But there's something to say about enabling in that way. Does that make any sense to you, Joy? Hi, you guys. Thank you for joining. Yes. Okay. So, that's another area of focus where you're going to see a shift once that starts to take place, okay? Because here's the thing. It's not a lack of you being a hustler or being motivated or being able to get it if you want it, right? Because you can. But that's it. Hustle mentality is lack mentality. Because like, oh, hustle, I gotta, da. Right? That was very much me in my sales career in the car business. I was like, oh, all the time. But I was out of alignment because that's all my focus was, right? So we got to refocus your energy. Energy. Thank you so much for the gifts, you guys. And that's where once you like kind of flip it around, right? Because again, like you got the hustle, you can hustle, you can get money, but the reason you're feeling kind of maybe even like, ooh, this a little tight, because there's other areas of focus that Spirit, your higher self, God, whatever you believe in, is asking for you. Do you trust? Do you have faith? Do you believe because you know? Or you waiting for the thing to come to you so you could physically see it manifest in your hand? Then you're going to believe. Because that's the thing about spirituality, knowing, trusting, embodying, being in your highest aligned self. Because you've known, you've seen it already. Not because it's here right now. Right? So, that takes a lot. That takes you trusting yourself. That takes you, I wait for the physical. That's what they're talking. You got to stop. You got to stop waiting for the physical. Because Joy, did that make sense to you that you be dreaming like these lifestyles and this ease of life and because girl, let me tell you, you were meant to travel the world. But you're like, fuck, financially? How? Spirit said, girl, stop worrying about the how. It already is. But you don't trust, because here's the thing. I believe I feel like these things are coming. I'm just like, when? Exactly. Spirit's like, stop with the when, right? You just gotta know and just trust and enjoy the ride, right? Sometimes enjoying the ride looks like the letting go and the ooh shit, okay, right? And just letting the things fall into your lap. And that's the thing about it, Joy, is like you are a master manifester, but you so hung up on the when that sometimes it even takes longer because you don't trust. Because say it ain't so, Joy. Say it ain't so that you have spoken into something, and boom, it comes. Not maybe not right away, right? But they manifest eventually. I feel and see these things, but I doubt them. And that comes from you doubting yourself. You are doubting your own energy. That is your currency, frequency. What are you tapping into, right? Everybody doubts themselves. But it's a motherfucker when you start to trust yourself, because that power that comes with that, people feel that. Like, it is so crazy. When I walk into spaces, when I walk into a room, like, I don't even gotta, like, look at nobody. Like, people just come to me and just, like, be pouring into me, and I'm like, thank you. You know what I mean? I don't even gotta, like, do anything, and people can feel my energy. People can feel my confidence when I walk into a room. I don't even have to say anything. I love eye contact, but it's that thing. Like, people can feel that. It's very much that. It's that reciprocated energy back and forth with the universe. Right? When you say that and you put that out, and that is what you can focus on, because it's not a lack of you being able to figure out how, because it's not a matter of you finding a better job or finding a higher paying XYZ. It's not even about that. It's about your worth, your knowing, your confidence, your self-love. Okay? All these things are connected. Every time we think of money, we think of this tangible thing, right? It's within you. Everything is already within you. I'm working on letting go and trusting the universe, my spirit team. So spirit wants me to ask you, how have you been working on that? What have you been doing to do that? They want you to share, what have you been doing to work on that? Thank you guys for joining. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. Everybody tap on that screen, y'all. When I think of when, I tell myself to let it go. Spirit saying, not let it go. Affirm it's already done and give thanks. That's what you got to do. It already is. It's already done. It already is. It's already done. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Mother Mary. Thank you, Buddha. Whatever you believe in. Thank you, higher self. Not even the let it go, let it go. No. It's already done. Thank you. Next. Thank you. Trust, have faith. Everything's happening for me. Listen, and another thing too is visualization, manifestation. Like, you know what I do? I don't know what video it was. What I'll do in the car, I talk out loud to the universe. Literally, I'll be like, I was like, I did it the other day. I was like, man, like, no, I'm going to give an example of this. Because this was several months ago, because this was about this event that I have. This event that I have at the end of the month. Oh my God, it's already here. Saturday, y'all, my first event. I was talking to I was like, oh my gosh, I booked my event. I'm excited. Like, I was talking about it as if it already was. Nothing was booked. Nothing was planned yet. I didn't even know who, what, when, where, how. I was like, I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous. Oh my gosh, like, this is what's happening. And I was talking to the universe, or like my best, or whoever, as if it was already happening. And the emotions started to come up. I started to cry. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. It's happening. And here's, these people are coming. And I remember I actually had said, people are going to come from out of town to my event. Sure as shit, y'all. I have people flying into this event. I was saying the thing. I was feeling the things. I didn't know how. So do that too, babe. Envision, talk to yourself, talk on the phone. Like, obviously you're not gonna hold the phone, but like act in the car as if the thing is happening, right? Do the thing. It's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel uncomfortable at first, but the more that you tap into that, you are tapping into the other timeline and you're integrating it. You're bringing it in. I do talk to myself. Yes, do that, more. And bring that energy in. And that's going to help you for, like, because every time you do the when, because if we go, oh, just let it go, the motherfucker's still there, right? Just say, no, thank you, it's already done. Thank you, universe. I'm receiving with ease. Thank you, it's already done. 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 That's it. That's it. Okay? Always saying how grateful I am. Listen, gratitude breeds abundance. Gratitude breeds abundance. Gratitude breeds abundance. The more you are grateful and thankful, look how blessed you are and you will be. Okay? Everybody's so focused on like what's not going right, what, you know. Look at this. Before I wrap up your reading, I'm just stressed if I'll be able to stay in my place and afford it. Spirit's asking you, this is the way they mean. You're grateful. This is how we want you to redirect the energy of the way you are seeing the current situation and saying, again, whatever you believe in, God, source, creator, angels, higher self, ancestors, whatever. I am grateful for the time that I've had in my place. If it be that I am no longer able to be in this space, I understand why. A door is closing for another door to open for me that is in alignment with where I'm at in my life now. Thank you. If I am, take out the afford, because that's the monetary, that's the lack. Take that out and say, I am thankful for the time I've had in my place. If I am being redirected elsewhere, I am open to receiving that. Right? Because, hey, maybe it's time to leave that place. Who's to say? We don't know. I don't know. But say that, affirm that there's still goodness in whatever's happening. Even if it doesn't feel good right now. I'm thankful if for some reason financially it's not working now. There's somewhere else. That's hard to do, you guys. You know what's easy? Sitting in the fuck. I may not be able to afford my place anymore. Damn, I may not be able to pay my bills. Oh my God, right? Easier said than done. And listen, this is also, you know, we also got to be mindful too that certain other people are afforded other privileges. This isn't to take away from that. I ain't even talking about that. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the soul, spiritual connection, faith, belief, knowing. Because when you are so fucking rooted in your beliefs, like everything can be taken from me right now, but I am. And you know what that is? X, Y, Z, speak it, whatever it is. Okay? And that's it. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joy, for trusting me to channel that for you, love. You got this. Listen. You a whole ass manifester, girl. Trust, know, believe. And it's not even like, even when I want to say believe, faith, fuck that, know it. Know it to will it to be. That's easier said than done. I understand that. And the more that these energies are going to find you, okay? So thank you. I have Bria and then Maritza. Are you still in here? Because Maritza, I got a little whiff of energy right now. I'll do your reading right now if you want to stick around for a little bit. Are you in here? Maritza, are you in here? Oh, thank you so much, Mirage. I'm Maritza. Yeah, stick around, babe. I'll do your reading after Bria's. If I can do that. I can do yours after Bria's. Okay. Bria want... Oh, what kind of reading do you want, love? Let me see. Oh, Bria said, I have some questions, but But I think I just need to be open to what spirit feels. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. You're so welcome, Joy. You got this, girl. You got it, girl. Bria, let me see. Okay. Bria, baby girl. Just kidding. No, Bria, listen. You feel very floaty, okay? So when I feel your energy is very floaty, you are very much always in your motherfucking head, okay? You're always in your head, always in your head, always in your head. You feel not just floaty, but that kind of like you disassociate from time to time, okay? And the reason for that is you don't currently have grounding practices, and maybe you do, but we need more consistency in this, okay? You're always in your head and you're always, whoop, you may even be an air sign. You're like very up here all the time. And I can resonate with that a lot because it's a lot, right? When you feel that way. So, that makes sense. I'm a Gemini too. That makes sense. That makes sense, girl. So much sense. Here's the thing, which is going to make so much sense. I mean, it makes so much sense. You have so many gifts, abilities, projects, if you will, that you can experience and create and cultivate. But before tapping into all that fully in the fullness that you want to, Spirit's asking for you to really like write shit down, for one, because I feel that you have a lot of powerful ideas that come to you, and then as soon as they come, they leave, right? So writing them down. And I don't know if you're a Gemini like me that does not like to write shit down, but for some reason I'm hearing that. If you don't want to write it, document it, whether it be through a video, a voice note, or just a note on your notepad. Okay? Because here's the thing. It's like, I've been in the dark night of the soul, been going through it, and writing is hard. I feel that. You guys, my list is closed. If you guys want to book a reading, head to my website, lightlanguagelove.com. If you want to get a live reading, come back tomorrow. I will be back on tomorrow. So here's the thing. You have... and here's another thing. I don't know if you were on the live earlier when I was talking about this, but this is very important that they want me to share with you, which is, do not mistake what you are offered with what you are worth. Because I feel like you've been having, whether it be opportunities or situations or relationships, maybe even friends or romantic or whatever, and you're confusing it a little bit with what you're worth. Just because it's right there, right then, here you go, doesn't mean you got to take it because it's not up to par with your worth. Okay? And that's something that I feel like has been a bit of a struggle for you as well. Because as soon as something shows up, you're like, oh, yes, this looks good. Feels good. No, that's it. I feel like you've been very tested in that way too, where Spirit is saying, hey, take a moment, baby. Take a moment. And you know us Geminis, we be real, ooh, let's go. we all over the fucking place. And that's one of our soul lessons, if you will, as Geminis, right? We be too much in the head and doing all the things, right? And Spirit's like, let's slow down. As Geminis, we embody in it, not all the time, unless we're actually being intentional about it, we can embody duality and our connection to the physical and the spiritual if we are checking our inventory and making sure we have spiritual hygiene protocols in place, aka grounding, protecting, cleansing on more of a consistent basis. Because you, even as a Gemini girl, you are a channel. You are born in it with having this connection. And sometimes when we don't implement those protocols, the way that we will literally be feeling somebody else's emotions, thinking their thoughts, feeling the things and all the things, it confuses us like a motherfucker. We think we feel this way and we're like, I didn't feel that way a little while ago. What is that? Who is that? You know what I mean? Yep, it gets so confusing. One other thing that I want to talk to you about, I wrote that when you said it. That's funny. One of the other things that I want to tell you about your channeling abilities, which can be scary if you don't know what the fuck's happening. You are one of your powerful gifts that's going to come in over time. And so if you choose, is trance channeling. Because there's a difference between me channeling like this, your spirit guides, your higher self, and trance channeling where it is a form of possession. Meaning the energy, entity, spirit, whatever comes in to your vessel, your consciousness, your soul takes a back seat and you start speaking whatever the spirit is having you channel. Some people, it could be a little scary because you're like, whoa, what the hell? It's happened to you before, has it not? And it was kind of scary because that's what Spirit's showing. It was a little scary because you're like, what the fuck? I feel like I'm a little out of control. The first time it happened for me, I was scared, but I knew that there was no coincidence with who it was happening with because she was able to ground my energy and really bring me fully back into my body to understand what was happening. Okay? Because a lot of times people don't even realize that's what's happening. It's very important that you know too, so that you can release the spirit back out. Because if you are just like, I'm open to channeling, yeah, there is something to say about a spirit just wanting to live vicariously through you and sticking around in your vessel and you don't even know it. This is why my day ones know, and you guys will all know, I always talk about you all, I want to connect with spirit. How do I channel spirit? How do I channel my spirit guides? How do I channel my ancestors? And you don't even know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you can be so open to be possessed in not a good way, okay? Because yes, there are good ways, okay? All you Bible thumpers and shit, you know, y'all be getting possessed by the Holy Spirit is the same thing, okay? Same thing. You got to be mindful and aware. So for you, you are going to be able to work with that. But yes, I've been deep diving into knowing myself big time. That's everything, okay? That's everything for you, Bria. This is going to help you and serve you well, okay? So with the trance channeling, I feel like that's going to come a little more down the line for you because there's a lot of that self work that's important for you. Because again, we're air signs, baby. We are all over the fucking place. It isn't necessarily a good or bad thing if we cannot, not necessarily just control it, but know how to work with that part of us as air signs, right? Because just as, you know, we are tapped in that way, we can be very flighty. We can start projects and not finish them, right? You know how unfulfilling that can feel at times? That's where the exhaustion, I can't even fucking say it. That's where the exhaustion comes in too. We're trying to tackle everything all at once. Spirit's like, listen. You can experience the different things, but know when you need to pick something up and put it back down. Don't let it overwhelm yourself. Overwhelm you, if you will. Okay? So, more grounding, spiritual hygiene. Implement that in what you are already doing, and things are going to come to you. You're not late to anything, okay, love? Because that's what Spirit really wants me to tell you as well. You're not late, Bria. You're right where you need to be, okay? You haven't done anything to prohibit you from being where you think you need to be. You are right where you need to be, right here, right now. Remember that, because I know how difficult that can be as an air sign. You always feel like you're missing out, or you're far behind, or you should have been here, you should have been that. No, you are right where you need to be, okay, love? So please, my Gemini sis, tap in and love that about your air sign and your air energy. Okay, love the duality of being a Gemini, the twins, right? They say, oh, y'all are two-faced. Nah, but we are twins, the physical, the spiritual, the divine feminine, the divine masculine. We embody both of the energies. Sometimes we can embody one more than the other. That's when you know you're out of alignment. Okay, you got this, Bria. Thank you for trusting me, girl. You're doing amazing. Okay, you're doing amazing. Don't be so hard on yourself. I know how hard we can be on ourselves as Geminis, but you got it, girl. You got this. All right, I'm gonna wrap up tonight's live for Maritza. Maritza. Thank you for your gift, your time, and being present. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. And listen, that trance channeling ability and your just channeling ability is going to serve you well in, I just got to tell you, several different business endeavors and ventures, if you will. I feel like you're going to be a multi-business owner, okay? All right, Maritza said, I'm here. All right, Maritza. Thank you so much. Maritza said general reading. Maritza said general. Let me see. What am I feeling for Maritza? Oh, Maritza girl. Listen, it's always all love, okay? It's always all love. You got some fiery spirit guides that really got a message for you, okay? Because here's the thing. You're very observant, okay? You see energy, you feel energy. Very observant. You like to people watch too, okay? Oh shit. But here's the thing, Maritza, okay? With all the love, a lot of your focus has been on telling other people what they got going on and wrong in their life. You mean well. Spirit says, I know you mean well by doing that. But if you were to redirect that back to yourself, that's when you're going to start to see more clarity about your own journey. Okay? Because there is something to say about that gift of being observant and being able to say things and share things to people. But this is with all the love. Sometimes you do it unsolicited and it gets you into some shit, yeah? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like you be saying some shit, giving advice or doing something. Some motherfucker, I didn't ask you. No, with love, right? And this is why it's important to, for one, ask for permission, right? But it's like you doing it unsolicited and you're like, oh, well, I'm just trying to, right? And then this whole drama, all the fucking arguing happens. And Spirit's like, listen, we can prevent that. For one, if we just ask if they're open to hearing about that. And later down the line, yes, I try to be honest. It's not about being honest, though, love. It's about integrity. Ooh, integrity. This doesn't mean you don't operate out of integrity, right? Yes, I try to be honest. I need to work on that. My delivery method. Listen, it's because the delivery, like meaning the way you channel this shit to, because it's channeling, babe. You literally are channeling truth to people. But just because you feel that they're ready, that doesn't mean they're ready, right? And that's the thing for you psychics, mediums, channelers, so on and so forth, listening to this right now, asking permission to the person. Because you may think, ooh, this is really going to hit, this is really going to help them. But they're not ready and we can't force it, right? And this is where, again, sometimes you get into little tiffs, sometimes with your family, your friends are like, well, fuck, Maritza. Like, I mean, I know it's true, but give me a little moment, right? You have a gift with that. And yes, the delivery, just a little bit, okay? And when you refocus that on yourself, because this is where Spirit's like, ooh, this is going to trigger just a little bit. You're quick. So quick. Too quick. Too quick. So quick, right? To want to point the fingers, say the thing to the people. Oh, but when it comes to Maritza, ooh, I could work on that later. I could work on that. I mean, I'm not in a rush. Spirit said, but why? That's what you should be so quick to want to do. That's what you can work on right now, love. Okay? You have a gift. You do. Being observant is powerful. Your discernment is what's also going to be tied into this. Okay. I know I got to work on myself. And here's the thing, babe, it doesn't always have to be continuous healing all the time, because that's exhausting as fuck too. You know, your purpose isn't just to heal. Your purpose is to live, right? Have experiences, have joy, have happiness, have quality connections with people, right? And so, and I feel like this is why Spirit's like, nah, you got one in you, girl. You got to read for Maritza tonight. I was like, okay. I felt that with your guides were like, let me give you a little pick me up real quick for Maritza. You're powerful, girl. You really are. And you know, after the fact, right? When family and the friends come back around and they be like, oh, Maritza, you were right, girl. It's just that I was kind of hurting. You know what I mean? I kind of felt like you saying it in that moment was like kicking me while I was down, right? And so we just got to tweak it just a little bit, you know, tweak it just a little bit, babe. Because they do, right? They come back around later and they're like, you were right. It's just when you said it and how you said it in that moment is what, like, you know, right? So just, you know, just for one, ask them. And then, you know, you'll come into your own in the way that you channel. You will come into your own. Yes, it's true, right? And they do eventually thank you because they're like, fuck, because I didn't really see it like that. And you really, again, because it's the way you say it too. You probably got a mouthpiece on you like I do, right? So it's the way that you say it, when you say it, how you say it. They don't want to change the way that you channel. It's just the when and the where and the how, right? The art of communication truly is that. It's an art. Listen, Wolfman knows. It's that. Some people think, oh, no, you just say, no. It's the who, what, when, where, how that you communicate. That's everything. That's a gift in itself. I'm a Scorpio. It makes sense. Listen, love on that Scorpio energy, right? Listen, y'all coming in here talking about do me. I'm not doing nobody, okay? Shh, quiet. Maritza, that is what Spirit has for you, love. One other thing, I feel the ancestors, I love the advice and guidance. Thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, I got you, girl. The ancestors wanted me to share something with you before I wrap up your reading. The ancestors are calling to you, Maritza. And I feel like you are in this predicament like most of us are. Is like, well, I don't know anything about my ancestors or ancestry. I didn't really have elders teaching me or really saying anything to me. But the more that you sit in silence and meditation and clear your mind and set the intention and call out to the ancestors, they're going to show up for you. I feel that, you have clairaudience where you can actually hear, and I hear a beat like drumming coming to you, and it's the energy of the ancestors coming to you. Okay. I don't feel like full on messages yet from them. And so sometimes that's the way that they start to come to you. Yes, I do. So when you sit in that silence, and ask them, right? Because they are also asking for you to venerate them. So a lot of the times, y'all, we be like, oh, I want to connect with my ancestors. Oh, well, my ancestors don't want to talk to me. You don't even try to have a relationship with them. Y'all just like expect shit and just cause. That's my just cause. And not every ancestor is a good ancestor to work with, okay? Because some of y'all do, and me too. I got some unhealed ancestors, and I'm the one having to heal them type shit. You know what I mean? Not every ancestor is a good ancestor to work with, right? So you got to be discerning of that. And the discernment for you, Maritza, is going to come in for you too with everything that I was just pouring into you about the channeling and the who, what, when, where. And again, the discernment. But I feel that the ancestors are going to come to you because they also want to guide you, but they want to have a relationship with you. A lot of the times we come actually real disrespectful, thinking that they owe us just to tell us. And it's a respect thing. And it's, again, reciprocity, right? We got to pour into the ancestors. They're going to pour into us. The way that we like live in this society and with technology, we want shit so quick. We think it's just going to come to us right then and there. But like, you lack that, right? You are lacking that. All of us do in some way, shape, or form, right? So we could work on that, and that's okay. We don't got to shit on ourselves because we don't have that yet. we can acknowledge it, and that's where the change comes in, and we can start to implement the things, right? I'm excited for you, girl. You got a lot of good things coming for you, but you know, you being a whole ass Scorpio, girl, ooh, you are changing the world, okay? You are changing the world. You are changing the world. That's true, and I do need to meditate more. And here's the thing, Maritza, sometimes meditation isn't the like sitting on the ground, woo, quiet, like meditation looks different for everybody. Okay, meditation looks different for everybody. Okay, so be mindful too. You may have different forms of meditation. For you, it may even be through healing frequency and music that you can go into meditation. So don't get so hung up, because I feel like sometimes you're like, fuck, I can't quiet my mind. So find different ways to meditate and set the intention, because the ancestors are saying now, before you go to bed, say, hey, ancestors, can you visit me in my dreams? Can we have a meeting in my dreams? I want to connect with you. I want to see you. You know, I'm open to receiving a connection in the dream realm. Can I please see you? You know, because I'm just going to tell you right now that the ancestors have giving you messages and downloads about what to bring to them in offering, and you was like, that's weird. And here's what they're talking about, okay, Maritza? They told you one day, I don't know, you were on a walk or you were walking somewhere. They told you, pick up, I don't know if it was a stick or if it was a fucking leaf on the ground, pick it up, bring it with you. This is an offering. Maybe they didn't say it like that, but it was like a something on the ground. It was like a stick or a leaf, and you're like, that. What the fuck? What am I gonna do with that? I'm not picking that shit up. And they were like, oh, okay, she's not ready yet. Let's wait. Let's wait a little bit till she really starts listening to us. It literally can be simple as that. Some of y'all think you gotta build this elaborate fucking altar. You are the altar. Did you know that? You are the altar. You are the ritual. You are the vessel, the channel. Does that make sense, Maritza? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what they're talking about right now? Yes, listen, for me, meditation is through dancing with the earth and music. That's right. I love that. Yes, it makes sense. So that's it. It's so simple sometimes. And here's the thing. When the download, the message comes in, when spirit's talking to you, it is so freaking subtle. For some people, it literally is another voice. But I feel for Maritza right now that I'm channeling for her, it could feel like a thought, right? Because that's how it felt. It was a thought. And then it left you because you're like, nah, I'm tripping. Why would I think that? Why would I do that? What the fuck I got to do that for? Type shit, right? It's simple. She's like, fuck, I'm going to go get that stick outside now. They say it's too late for that stick. We're going to give you another sign. We're going to give you another sign, Maritza. So don't worry, okay? Listen, it's okay. We're just trying to make contact with you. And again, you know, it's very subtle. So just, yes, it's a thought. And sometimes it feels, well, yes, exactly. You tapped in, girl. You're very gifted. You're gifted, okay? Embody that. Embody it. You should ask them for a specific sign. We were talking about specific signs earlier, huh, Fabian? Oh my God, I'm so excited to meet Fabian. Fabian's coming to my event this Saturday too. Ooh. Thank you. You're so welcome, girl. You know, I was like, let me open up that. There's no coincidence. You see, there's no coincidence that I was like, because I never do that. I never go. And this is a perfect example. I never do that. Spirit's like, no, open that shit up. We're gonna prepay. They said. Prepay for tomorrow. Nope, it was just one person. It was you, Maritza. It was you that they were like, nope. And then your guides were like, whoop, we're going to give you a little boost of energy. We want you to pour into our loved one right now. Tonight, right now. She needs to hear this right now. I was like, ooh, okay, all right. This is how you got to trust. Because y'all, my day was, no, I don't ever do that shit. I don't ever open up the list to prepay for the next day. I never do that. And then as soon as I did that and I saw your, boop, I clicked it off. I was like, no, I don't know what it is, but I'm turning this shit off. Yes, I booked it for tomorrow and it was unexpected. That's literally how that shit works, y'all. What an honor though, y'all. We had amazing readings. Oh my God. I don't know if anybody's on here from the beginning of the live. I was not expecting it today. And Spirit was like, boom, 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 boom. Woo. Powerful readings, y'all. We were crying. We were laughing. Woo. All the things, you guys. Wow. I was like crying with you guys too. I love it. So thank you guys as always. Definitely meant to be. Thank you guys for trusting me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being on this journey with me. This was amazing. Okay, so amazing. I'll be back on mañana, tomorrow, for some more live reading. So if you guys missed it for tonight, hit that follow button, turn on the notifications, hit the subscribe, because I'm going to be choosing a few subscribers tomorrow, new subscribers to get readings, because if you subscribe you can be selected for a mini reading. Okay, so hit the subscribe button. Go watch the videos I just posted, y'all. I did one to remove negative energy. I did one to help you activate your spiritual abilities. I talked a little bit about spiritual hygiene, which I'm going to post the part 2 tonight. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much. Just always, that's a little disclaimer, you guys. Don't fall for the scam. There are unfortunately people out there that steal my content, try to have a similar username. It's not me, okay? I'm not going to reach out to you. I'm not going to DM you. I'm not going to comment, oh, I feel energy for you. It's not me. That is not how I work. I'm not going to reach out to you. Report them and block them. Do not fall for the scam, okay? And do your research, y'all. You know what I mean? Look up my name. Please, I'm not going to reach out to you. That's not, again, not how I work. And nor do I have the time nor the energy, okay? So thank you guys so very much. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.